I just got an email from God, I think.
Oh, yeah?
So
What does God have to say?
I'll tell you. So I have been working out lately, and Galvin and I were talking about this off the air. You really have to stretch before you work out, and we do, but probably not enough. And I am to the point today where I can't even function as a human being. My back hurts so bad. My sciatica is down to my numb foot. I'm falling apart. My left foot, I have a problem in my heel, and my right foot is almost numb, and I'm dying over here. So today I open my mail, and I get an email that I thought was a phishing scam from a foot doctor, footdoctor.com. And I go check my patient portal and do this and do that and the other thing, and I go, I don't have a foot doctor that I go to. I know my dad does. My dad likes his foot doctor, and he's told me about it a couple of times. So I look on the thing, and it turns out it is a group of foot doctors. Yeah. And one of them, I believe, is my dad's foot doctor. And but I don't belong there. I don't go. But this thing sent me an email, like it felt my pain, and it was like, "Come to us, we will fix you." So I feel like God sent me that email this morning. Amen. Thank you, God.
You're welcome.
No problem.
You did talk about the bad foot yesterday, though.
Right, but I don't go to this doctor.
Oh.
But
I don't have a patient
Alexa
portal.
heard you, and then
Yeah, but they sent me an email.
They
and they're
signed
like,
you up. They signed you up.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
Because my dad said he does listen to the show, so maybe he was like, I could fix your fat feet. Bring him in here.
Yeah. I've been told a couple people listen to us talk.
Yeah, the ratings have said that a couple of times.
So I don't know, maybe.
Well, listen, I have a foot doctor appointment today. I'm dying today. Not dying to where like I feel like I just can't move. Like I have to go to Universal this weekend, and I can't imagine having to walk around Universal in the pain that I'm in.
I told you what to do. And I'm
not wheelchairing it. I'm not scootering it.
Motorized scooter is the way to go. Yeah. It's awesome.
Look,
Just
if I was
give
225, I would scooter it, but
Listen,
there's no way I'm fat scootering it around Universal.
It's great.
No, I can't because I went to Disney with that fat family, and they were all scooted. They looked like a fat motorcycle gang. They did. There was like 4 of them on scooters. I'm like, I'll never be that guy.
Well, do you want to be in pain, or you want to?
Yes. No, I want to suffer for my decisions.
Be concerned what other people think of you.
No, man, I'm not.
All right.
There's no way.
Feel the burn. Feel the pain.
It's fine. Every step I take, I'll be watching.
That Harry Potter line is only 2-hour wait.
That's the other thing. I don't go on any of the rides anyway, so I'll just walk to wait.
Yeah.
That's why I have so many Harry Potter wands, because while everybody's on the rides, I'm in there buying wands. I bet this kid would want a wand, and my kid would want a wand.
Those wands are awesome.
Carmen,
Yes.
how are you doing today?
It's been a start.
Why? What's going on?
So I woke up an hour early before my alarm went off, and
Right.
that just sucked.
Yeah.
And then I got here, and I forgot my pass. So I had to ask Cernak to come let me in. And
I'm
then,
sure he was delightful.
Yeah.
well, he's very nice. He's the best. And then on top of that, the clock on in wide orbit that lets you know if you're over or under on time
Right.
is missing.
Who took it?
somebody closed it out.
So, I don't know. Someone messed with a setting and just
That's Will.
accidentally.
That's Will. He's trying to sabotage
Right.
Johnny B.
It's wieners on the glass. Dizzy.
No, Dizzy, but how dare you?
Dude. So I'm trying to figure it out. But again, I hate messing with wide orbit because I don't want to fire off a commercial or something like that. So now it's just kind of like, luckily, we're going to be good up until the 9 o'clock hour. But like I said, it's just those little 3 things. That's how my morning started. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right, we got you.
Whippy.
Yeah. Nothing major, just son of a bitch. Listen, I made my own breakfast this morning, Gio.
Carmen, I tried so hard to get a picture of you. I was telling AI, draw me an overweight white woman inside a Wawa eating a donut. And it just would not work. But no, I was playing with the AI.
You know, you
last
could
night.
just go to Wawa and find another one,
I'm
right?
sure. I could follow one that I know.
That's
Yeah,
still a real
you-
woman in that picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's not nice.
I was playing with the AI last night, and some of it I haven't quite figured out exactly how to get what you want out of that thing.
It's all at the prompts. You got to get the right prompts.
Listen,
Right.
and you're giving it way too much information. You need to stop.
Oh,
They're gonna
telling you
hack our
information.
banks.
I'm telling information about you, so I'm all right about that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, is Chad mad at me?
No,
You sure?
not at all. Yeah.
You guys aren't talking off anymore?
I've never talked off with Chad.
You haven't talked off with Chad?
No,
It's
no.
too bad.
Did you block one of his Pokemon gifts?
Can I tell him why?
Pokeball? Yeah, of course.
Chad, he's coaching over at Chamberlain High School, and he said, "Would you be interested in sponsoring Chamberlain High School?" And I said, "No." And not because I don't like Chad or Chamberlain High School.
You don't like
I said,
Chad.
Chad, I have a senior in a competing high school. I can't sponsor Chamberlain High School. You got to
But
wait till the kid graduates.
Right, but his football season's already over.
I
They're
know,
looking
but
towards
it's-
the future.
I know, but
Right. Yeah, I get it, and I told Chad we'll come up with an event or something that we can do to raise money.
Yeah.
It just sucks that these these kids, they just it's
Chad said the funniest
kind of a
thing though. He
mess,
goes, "You can throw it in Titus's face." It's the one thing
Yeah.
that you did that you didn't. That's pretty funny.
Carmen, you could set up a kissing booth, except for you don't kiss on the face.
Wait, no, I can't do that. That's
I'll get belly kisses from you.
The kids will love that. Hi, Miss Carmen.
no. Don't put that out there, Gio.
Oh, sorry.
What's Snow Bunny up to?
Yeah.
Coach Chad, I want to be just like you.
Yeah. Are you coming to the pep rally?
Son of a bitches. But no, he is not mad. He understands. But if you want to spread the word and anyone wants to donate to Chamberlain High School, that football specifically, that would be
Well,
amazing.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to donate. I may donate some money. I just can't sponsor it. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. I
Yeah.
get it. So, yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, I don't know the wording. I don't know how to do this. This is my first go around. Chad's done this before. So I told him, I was like, you can reach out to anyone you want to. I'm not going to be a part of it yet.
Do you know how they say, like, every dollar counts? And you're like, does it really, though? I don't know. Chad was telling me the breakdown of how much money these kids have. Every dollar counts.
Yes.
$7, I think, would double their bank account.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, where is Chad should start like an Andy Dufresne campaign to the local government, write them a letter every day asking for funds to help their football team.
Yeah. And I'm sure, out there's going to be a time and place where he does that. I don't know the rules. And I guess there's a lot of loopholes you got to go to because you're giving to a program, not the school, and this and that.
Why do I feel they're going to kick your door in and take Chad away because you're giving away too much information? What did he do? Get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next time you guys go on vacation, they're going to be like, there's where all the money went.
Yeah, but no, again, he just wants to help. He's just excited to be back coaching, and he wants it to go very
I think
well.
that's great.
So he's just doing what he can.
The schools do like next to nothing for like
Right.
the sports programs. It's crazy. There's no money budgeted for sports hardly at all.
It's up to the individual sports to do it. Like last night, there was a soccer game, which no one does the concession stand for. So we opened it up again to try and make a little bit more money for the football team. And
Wait a second, now we're talking. If there's a possibility for me to buy the concession stand and we could split the profits on that, now it's a lucrative investment.
Yeah.
I'm into this now.
Isn't there a new movie coming out where the kids have to get a job for the summer in the concession stand?
so.
Right?
I
And they
think
take it over and
so.
they just start making tons of money.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah,
believe
there's
so.
something. I think
Something
I
like
saw a
that,
preview
yeah.
for something.
It was on
Yeah,
my
like-
Instagram.
right now, I'm basically buying the food, and then I just get paid back for the food, and everything else goes to the football program.
What kind of food you getting them?
Yeah.
Right now, it's just hot dogs
Oh,
and
come
chips.
on.
I'm all right with hot dogs.
You should see how she cooks them.
No. Son of a bitch. So,
Carmen,
me
something's
steam your
wrong with this hot dog.
Yeah.
Let me steam your buns.
Hi, Miss Carmen.
This is my fourth hot dog in an hour.
you guys are jerks.
Oh, well,
I'm just trying to help my baby.
Maybe we get a bikini and sell your hot dogs in a bikini.
Then I can't go to the game.
Why don't you get the girls together and do a car wash?
Easy, guys.
Well, I'm just saying a car.
Yeah, come on.
I you know what? It's one of the things I never understood. I'd be driving down 41 and 41 to 54. There's a 7-Eleven over there, and every weekend there would be a car wash. And I'm like, if I have a daughter, this is before I had a daughter. I'm like, if I have a daughter, I'm not letting her out there in her prepubescent ass inside a bikini, trying to lure old men in there to wash the car while they sit there and just stare at the kids while they're washing the car. There's no way that I'm doing that.
Right, like how is that ever legal? Is what I'm
Well, like,
wondering.
don't put the
Well,
kids in bikinis.
I mean, it didn't.
Right.
Like, I feel like the world used to be much more innocent, and
Yeah.
now it's like, now you just can't do that stuff.
It was never more innocent. It just wasn't out there as
Right.
much.
Yeah.
Like,
It wasn't as taboo.
Social media. No, but it wasn't like creep, take
Yeah.
a picture and post it immediately, whatever. They were just like, oh yeah, there's that creep, and nobody knew his name.
Yeah, there was only one creep.
Right, yeah.
That was the problem. Nobody realized everybody's a creep.
Yeah.
It was the one guy. He's like,
And then that poor French director tried to make a movie about how we're turning young girls into sluts, and then they took it off of Netflix because everybody thought that was they were just exploiting young girls.
yeah.
Which
yeah.
they were.
Nah, but I mean, did you watch it? Because I watched it, and the whole message of it was social media and adults are turning young girls into,
Yeah.
floozies.
Yeah.
I didn't need to. I just had to watch the trailer to see how inappropriate that was.
I don't know if this was a different one that was earlier or whatever. There was a documentary, and we had talked about it. You do not want to watch it, especially if you have daughters. I think it was called Sexy
Mean Girls?
Baby. No, Sexy Baby or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And it was like a 13-year-old girl, and it was about her, and it was like the stuff that was going on. You were like, oh,
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
dude, my daughter is at the makeup phase now.
Yeah.
Where she's like putting on makeup, and I go, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But what am I going to do?
Is she going to middle school next year?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when it
That's when
starts.
it starts.
man.
Whoa, that's
Oh,
what
boy.
starts.
Yeah.
Everything. Everything.
That's
Like-
when, oh, you mean that's when my son starts beating people up?
No, yeah, the
Yeah.
one that's moving away in like 5 months.
Bad timing.
Right now that he's going to be 18, now he can't beat middle schoolers up.
No.
I had to reverse my Mo Green yesterday, and I bought Joey a car.
Oh.
It looks
He got
nice.
a new car. It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, now get in it and drive away from the house. Take all your stuff.
Wait,
Go now. No, I don't. I don't see that kid. So he's either working or doing kid stuff. So I feel like when he leaves, I'm going to be sad, but I'll be used to it because he's never really around. And all of a sudden, I'm on weekends. I'll be like, well, I'm going to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
I'm super proud that he's had a job for it seems like this whole year, like this whole school year, or
Yeah, and he
quite some
likes it.
time. Yeah, but I'm really proud because normally your first job, it either doesn't last, you don't like the manager, or you don't like doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, we do have an issue there. Now that he has a non-electric car, he can't be delivering pizzas. So he can work in the store. He just can't be putting a million miles on his car to go deliver pizzas. Plus, who's going to want a pizza from a kid rolling up in a BMW? There's like something's wrong there.
yeah, I'm not tipping you.
I'll never forget. I've had like 3 cleaning ladies that have driven nicer cars than me. Seriously.
Yeah.
That I'll pull up and go, who's got the Benz? That's
Yeah.
the cleaning lady. I go, wow, we think we're overpaying the cleaning lady. Yeah. So hopefully he can maintain an inside job at the pizza place at the Three Brothers. But if not, he has to find something else because that kid needs money now.
Yeah.
Dad's tap has been tapped.
Yeah.
Got to get him off the payroll.
That's an interesting feeling when you go from living off your parents to all of a sudden you're like, oh, right, now I need to do this.
So, Spanish, it's
Yeah.
interesting that you bring that up. I remember the most depressing time of my life was when I was living with Freddie in his house, which I couldn't even tell you what the house looked like because I only lived in my room. And in my room, I had a twin bed and a love seat and a desk that I took from the Bally's that had a rotten milk in it that spilled, so it stunk. And anyway, thankfully, I had stupid Pete to make me happy because he would come over there and crash. But at that point, I was laying in bed and I realized I had it made.
Yeah.
I lived at home and I didn't have to pay for anything. Now I got to pay this stupid guy rent, and I have to I have to live here. I'm like, this is awful. And I remember when I was a kid last year, and it was great.
Yeah.
So, but the good thing is, my son is going to kind of wean off the teat.
Yeah.
Because he'll move away. I'll still pay for some stuff. Then by the time he graduates, car responsibility becomes his.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I go, "You're 17, and I bought you 2 new cars already.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
pretty
insane."
sweet.
Yeah.
I go. Look. And I go. This is the last one.
Yeah.
I go. This is it for life.
Did he laugh in your face?
Yeah, Bob Murray goes, yeah. Bob Murray goes,
Yeah.
yeah, because next is a house. I go, I'm
Yeah.
not buying him a house. He goes, that's what I said too. Yeah.
It's interesting because I didn't have as good a relationship with my parents when I left to go to college. With my dad, it was good, but with my mom, it wasn't. So I had this pride where I wouldn't take any money from them. But that landed me working a 7-day-a-week job
While you're
where-
trying to go to college.
Yeah, when I was
It's
trying
impossible.
to eating tuna fish most days and having to sleep with unsavory people to
Dudes.
get dinner and drinks at a bar.
Yeah.
2 things I remember. One, I had it made whenever we had a riding lawnmower, and my dad would fix it and do the oil and sharpen the blades and stuff, and I would take it and mow everybody's lawn and get $10 for being out there with my Walkman on in 3rd gear as fast as I could. boom, mowing their lawn, and I would get cash and then be like, "Hey, Dad, sharpen the blades." It was his. I'm putting all the wear and tear. Never gave him a dime
Never
at
do
all.
I.
And then the other thing is, whenever you move out on your own and your parents come to visit and they fill your refrigerator, they
The
get
best.
you get you all the food.
The best.
2 gallons of milk.
Yeah.
What is going on?
It was the best. Both my grandmas would come to my dorm and they would clean it and bring me lunch and stock my fridge and then take me shopping for anything that I needed.
You guys had it made.
Yeah.
It was the
That's
best.
My mom was like, "Good luck at St. Leo. See you at Christmas."
Yeah.
I have
My
$7, Ma. Stretch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
When I lived in Tallahassee, we had like a side hustle for everything. Like we knew somebody that worked in like almost every restaurant that would hook up with like free food. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah, we didn't have that.
we're like, oh
I
yeah,
know that.
John works at Subway, so if you want to get subs, just go through there and give him a call beforehand. And we knew somebody like everywhere to get hooked up.
We had to steal pizzas
Yeah.
in St. Leo. We'd had to order the pizza to the girls' dorm. We had 4 pizzas to the girls' dorm and 1 pizza to the guys' dorm. And then when he went upstairs to the 3rd floor to deliver it, we went down and stole the other pizzas out of his car, and he fell for it every time. And like, I feel bad. And it was horrible pizza too. It was Dade City pizza. I don't want to eat that garbage, but it was all we had to survive. Eddie, we'd watch the guy, and he'd walk up the stairs, and we'd casually stroll out and take the 3 pizzas out of his car. And we were walking back, carrying the pizzas, talking, not even rushing to get out of there. And Eddie goes, I can't believe this happens every time. I think he's helping us out. I think he really knows.
Yeah,
He knew.
Yeah.
That's why it was so life changing when I became your intern, and you would just hook me up with You would we work with that barbecue guy, and you would just have him make me trays of barbecue that lasted us for months. Otherwise, we were eating sardines and peanut butter.
Sardines.
Yeah, man, that's all we could afford. You know.
So funny.
Stop it.
Yeah. That
That's
was
one
wild.
thing. Pete and I never missed a good meal, man. We were poor as dirt, but we figured it out somehow. And look what it did for us.
It was the best when a bunch of my friends worked at Firehouse Subs over by USF. Those were some good times because then you just
Firehouse
go,
Subs.
yeah, get some free subs allegedly.
Oh, now we've already started wrong. I'm already hungry this
Oh
morning.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You want some peanut butter?
No, thank you. You just grossed me out again. No,
Sorry, here
Do
you go.
you have any sardines?
I did, but not here. Yeah.
I did try the TJ Miller peanut butter though.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Are you
Yeah, right?
high?
Yeah.
Does it have weed
No.
in it?
It doesn't.
It was real?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one
It's
is flavored
real.
like with coconut and chocolate or something weird.
It's coconut and TJ's hair.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, it was delicious.
What is the deal with this? Why did he do peanut butter? We'll never know now, thanks to
Right.
Ellen.
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe
what the
he
story
told
is.
he told Dizzy in the parking lot.
What? Oh no, I know. I'm good. Thank you. I've eaten all your peanuts.
Yeah, it's all right. I got another bag. They're
No.
they're BOGO.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Do we want to get pancakes?
Waffles for sure.
We have a cruise, Gio.
Oh
Gio
yeah,
takes
that's
us
the game
right
over,
down the
bro.
path.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pulling the ripcord, man. I don't care anymore.
All right.
He goes right into pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I think we should just wrap up the show today.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Say later.
Let's vote.
See ya.
I vote yes.
I had so many dumb things to do today.
Are you going to use that patch I gave you to help out your back at all?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
probably
telling you
use
it'll
this
work.
weekend
Yeah.
at the at Universal.
It'll help. Yeah, ask Pete. I gave him my last one.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said it helped. So
All right.
yeah. Those are
All
good.
right.
Those are good. Good and strong.
Where are you getting all these things?
That I got from a buddy who works at a hospital.
Yeah.
That does not sound legal.
It is definitely legal.
My friend Ernie with the van. He has all that stuff.
Yeah.
Question for you and Joe.
Yep.
Remember when you mailed my poop?
Yeah.
When was that? How long ago?
It's got to be 4 years. It was before COVID, right?
I think. Yeah.
Right?
What do you think, Joe?
No, I think we were here. I think it's been 3 years.
Joe's right. It's been almost 3 years. If you would have asked me, I would have said it was last year.
Right?
I got an email from them today that said, "Do you believe it?" The email said, "Do you believe it's been almost 3 years
We need more poop.
since we mailed your
All
poop
right.
in?"
Yeah.
Are you guys on deck?
I could rustle some up.
Always. No, what? Stop that.
No. So I did a thing called Kohler Guard, where you poop in a box and then put the lid on, and then mail it to the place, and they test it for cancer or other things, and it was great. It's before you have to get a colonoscopy, you can get a if they check your poop and there's nothing there, they're like, all right, no need to rush it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And these guys mailed my poop for me, which was really nice
Absolutely,
of you.
Michael.
But it looks like we're coming up on another poop
Let's
test.
do it.
All right.
Yeah, let's make this one fancy.
Okay, yeah.
All
We'll
right.
put a bow on the box.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have it at the house though for like 2 days before
No,
you
what?
found
I don't know what you're talking about.
They
No.
had it on display for a while.
Yeah, it's part of the shrine.
The lady at the post office, when I went in there to go get something a couple of days later, she goes, "Your friends brought your poop in the other day." I heard. She goes, "They walked in carrying it over their head."
That's true, we did.
Yep.
As if they had won some
That seems
prize.
like a
Like
violation.
that was the Ark of
Yeah.
the Covenant.
I believe we even said we're here to mail our friends poop when we walked in.
Well, you may have that opportunity again.
I'm in, Michael.
Yeah.
I love a good adventure.
Who's gonna
Yeah.
hold the box this time?
We both held it. You
Yeah.
know, we both held
We
it.
walked
I got
on-
enough in me
on
for
the-
both of you.
either
Yeah.
side.
Oh, listen, fill it up,
In
Michael.
tandem.
Do you see these videos that are popping up of foxes?
Yeah.
People, what are foxes doing over here now?
I don't know.
I saw the cutest thing ever though. A woman had a fox at her sliding glass door, and it said she fed this little fox, and he told his friends. And as they pan out, there's like 10 little foxes outside the door. I'm like,
yeah.
that's hilarious.
Do you ever see them how they laugh
I was
whenever
just
you
gonna
pet them and
say
stuff?
that.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
so
the
cute.
cutest thing in the world. So where I grew up in Illinois, it was all foxes. Like we lived on La Fox Road. There was Fox Chase. There was a Fox River. Like it was
I like
all foxes all over the place. But yeah, they're adorable. I mean, obviously you don't want to just walk up to a fox 'cause
No,
it could
yeah.
bite you and stuff. But a lot of the ones that people have and they feed and do stuff. If you pet them, they're laughing, and it sounds like little kids laughing.
Oh, like they
Yeah.
make the noise.
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah.
There's a great video of an old guy. His daughter took a video of him. I guess he would go outside and he'd feed a fox. And one day it finally like came up to him, and the video was this fox literally just follows him around. He's playing fetch with the fox. It was crazy.
I saw a video. Somebody had surveillance camera in the backyard, and they have a dog, and the dog had toys out there and stuff, and the fox is out there playing with the dog's toy just like a dog, like
Yeah.
flipping it around.
They're
running
adorable.
Around.
They
Like, this
are.
is the greatest thing in the world.
Can I tell you, and it's going to sound harsh, but let me say it. The things that I've learned from Instagram that I love are baby monkeys, definitely foxes.
And
That too, but Down syndrome babies are the most adorable little
Oh my
things
God,
ever.
they are.
Oh my God, those little sweet little faces that
Yes.
I wasn't going to say red pandas. Obviously, red panda's great, whatever. But now, my wife wants more than anything. And I go, you have to think of the animal.
That's
I go,
why I'm not getting a
animals-
monkey.
Right. Animals need to be social. They need to have, proper places. Whatever. My wife wants an otter so bad.
have. I know,
they're
but
so
Oh, they're
mean,
so
though.
cute.
They are.
And they hug everything.
They're
They're
super
adorable.
cute. Yes, I know. And I completely agree. But also,
But you can go play with the otters at the zoo.
right. Because
Yeah.
I said to her, I go, we don't live near water.
Right.
I go, if we backed up to, an area where the otter could live there and then we could go out and feed it and pet it, okay, great. But, otters shouldn't just be living in a house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get an otter in the house. Yeah. I think I saw one in my yard on the Ring doorbell camera. I think it came out of the lake and
Oh, yeah?
slithering. It was either that or a cat with broken back legs.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was an otter.
I was driving down 52 in Dade City last night, and I thought I saw a black bear run across the road.
For real?
I thought it was, and it was one of those big ass giant boars.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my god, it's a bear!" And it was like running across the highway, and then I realized it wasn't a bear; it was this huge pig.
First time I ever saw a bobcat, I thought it was a bear because
Yeah.
at nighttime and it was moving weird, and I was like, I was so not nervous, but like excited to tell the story. I told my mother-in-law was there, and I go, I just saw a jaguar.
Yeah.
She goes, no, probably a bobcat. I go, that's what I meant, a
It was
bobcat.
hauling ass too; like it was really
Oh,
fast.
dude.
I am still convinced when I was up in Kentucky for a little while, I was working up in Louisville, but I had to go through like kind of back area where it was just dense woods on either side of the road. And I was doing mornings, and I swear I saw Bigfoot.
Oh, you
Dude,
might have.
probably.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes out in
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine my neighbors see when Joe goes out to pee.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's baby. Littlefoot.
Baby.
Little tiny
And
Bigfoot.
somehow this wild boar was running out of a Burger King parking lot, so it was
You know what
really,
he was doing.
it was very awkward.
It was
Not-
probably in there in the dumpster just wailing
Yeah,
on
I
stuff.
guess.
We're getting busy in the bathroom.
Yeah. He was missing out on some double Big Mac stuff if it would have went to the Mickey D's.
I drove by yesterday. I was like, just don't do it. Don't give in like everybody
Oh,
else.
Michael, I got to tell you, it's so good.
I didn't.
It's
Try
so
one.
good.
How long is it going to be around for?
They won't tell you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Give
Just
me
do
a-
it, Carmen. Just do it.
Don't do it. Carmen.
Yeah, do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Stop
no.
it, do
Listen,
it.
my favorite was not even when they did a double, when they did the junior Big Macs.
Yeah, that
And
was
you
good
didn't-
I like
too.
that.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Those were perfect.
That was half the shame and guilt.
Yeah, exactly. You don't feel as bad when you get half a burger.
Except you get 4 of them.
Yeah. I could tell you, Carmen, I did not feel much shame after I ate the double Big Mac. It was only during when I was in my car enjoying the hell out of it that I was like, oh, shame.
I thought
Yeah.
about making a list yesterday. I went and got Chick-fil-A for my daughter. I don't like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Their drive-through is ridiculously accurate, and the accurate's not the word I was looking for. Ridiculously efficient.
Efficient.
Yeah.
And they're great, and their food, people love it. I just don't. And it has a sweetness to it that
Yeah.
I don't enjoy. But it was next to an Aldi, and one of the things my list of things I've never done. I've never been in an Aldi.
Oh, I love Aldi.
I've never been in,
Yeah.
and also
Love Aldi.
Galvin. I never have driven a riding lawnmower before in my
Oh,
life.
those are fun.
Yeah, these aren't bucket list things. These are things I don't care
Let's
about.
do 'em.
So it was so funny. Where I lived was like 10 minutes outside the city, and it wasn't even a city, it was a town, whatever. But I lived out near farm fields and all that type of stuff. So my friends would come over and they'd be like, oh my God, can I ride that lawnmower? And
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
You don't have
is that a
cars
big,
yet. That's a big deal. You
is
ride
that a big
lawnmower.
deal? I guess. But
Yeah, Huck Finn, get him to do it.
Yeah.
I let him. It was fun.
I'm making a list of things I never did and never wanted to do. People make
Aw.
bucket lists, and I don't care if I ever walk in an Aldi ever in my life.
Well,
Doesn't matter
if
to me.
you do go in, make sure you have a quarter so you can get one of their carts.
Oh, you have
because-
to pay for the cart?
Well, you get your
Sometimes.
quarter back. Yeah, yeah.
Can I just point out they're all excited about Aldi? Aldi's trash.
Oh.
You've been in Publix. Really? You're going to compare Aldi's to Publix?
That's why I,
I mean,
don't.
When
if
you're shopping on a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's cheaper?
yeah.
Yeah, it's way
Exactly.
cheaper.
Oh, I thought it was higher end because it's
No.
smaller.
No.
No.
That's why it's
It's
trash.
Making you
cheap.
pay for the cart.
Yeah.
well, so you don't steal the cart. You
Yeah.
put
Yes.
the quarter in, and then you get the quarter back at the end.
I'm not going to
Haven't
steal
you
the
ever
cart for
not-
a quarter.
No, I guess a lot of people steal the cart.
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to be like, I bought it.
And haven't you ever noticed the areas where Aldi's are in?
Yeah, they're in
Yeah.
fine. There's the two that I saw. One's right by my house, and one's in Trinity. They're
Yeah.
both in nice neighborhoods.
They're Amazon, I'm pretty sure. They're run by Amazon. It's all no overhead.
They also don't bag your groceries at all. You have
Right.
to take everything out with you,
Yeah.
or bring your own bags.
Once again, I will point out Aldi's
All
is
this
trash.
stinks. Yeah. I'm not
If
going
you're
there
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right.
nothing will tear me away from Publix.
No, Publix. I'm not pooping on Publix.
No, if you did, do it in a box.
But yeah.
And then send it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Let's get things rolling. It's a Wednesday. We're all in good moods. It's nice out. It's cold out today.
Yeah, it's cold.
I can tell by how gross hot it is in here.
Yeah.
There's only one room with the heat on in this house, and it's killing this whole studio today. I walked in, I felt the board. It was hot.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Wednesday, so Galvin has a brand new open letter. We'll do that at 8 o'clock. We do have an announcement to make regarding Friday's show. We'll tell you about that before news. We must take a break because we have Sporkle next. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we will do that next on 102.5 The Bone. I got feet issues. I got neck issues. What's going on with me? I'm falling apart.
Oh, man. Might as well just have a double Big Mac.
Do it.
Can't see that. That's going to be any better for me.
It brings happiness to your soul.
It
For
will.
5 minutes, and then 8 hours of misery and swelling.
it won't be 8 hours. It's more like 2, 3 tops. The shame lasts 8 hours.
No offense. Oh, I won't be shamed.
Oh, me neither.
I just I won't be able to curl my toes. I know my limits when it comes to McDonald's. You don't want to be. I want to be able to make a fist sometime.
Well, you got to give. It's life's about give and take, Michael.
Man, that is definitely the puffiest thing you could eat is McDonald's.
We
Really?
should probably get McGriddles.
Dude,
Ooh.
there's a couple in the fridge if you want me to heat them up. for
I
you.
threatened my wife the other day. I go, no matter how much I ask, don't ever bring us McGriddles again.
Ever again? Oh, come on. Now,
Why
eat
does
that.
everyone else have to suffer
now
because
we
of you?
all right?
You think she's bringing it for them?
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. She's not.
All right, Carmen, what do we have to give away this morning?
All right. We have tickets for Incubus, Jennifer Lopez, Train and REO Speedwagon, Santana with Counting Crows,
If all of this was one concert, I wouldn't go to it. Go ahead.
Brooks and Dunn, and Brian Adams.
Oh, I'd go see Brian Adams. That's in Orlando, though, isn't it?
Blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
I love when we get Carmen sounds.
It is in Orlando. Yes.
See, I'm all over it. All right, let's do it right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is a keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right. Today we're going to play Are You Smarter Than a College Student?
Damn it.
Who won
In this-
yesterday? I won yesterday?
You did, Michael.
Okay.
in this themed trivia question.
All right.
I will give you the theme because it does take away one of our other rules. The theme is that they are all 4-letter words.
Okay.
Okay? So that includes for names. I need the
Okay.
4-letter.
Thank you.
Yes, that's why
Love you.
you had to get that clue. Okay, your first one. This is easy for college students. Which part of speech can be a person, place, thing?
Noun.
Spanish. What string-based toy can do tricks such as a
Yo-yo.
walk the dog,
Ah, damn it.
the sleeper?
Yo-yo. Oh, yeah, Mike said it.
Mike already
Did
got it.
Mike said that? Okay,
Yes.
I did not hear that. Mike,
The
gets
show
the
is
point.
filled with integrity.
I was yelling Slinky.
Yes. Which island nation was ruled by a Castro? Spanish. Which month of the year is named for the
June.
wife of Jupiter? Mike. What unit of currency is used in Mexico?
Peso.
Galvin. What video game console has been manufactured? Nope, sorry.
Oh.
Been manufactured by Microsoft since
Xbox.
2001. Xbox. Galvin. Which chemical element has the symbol Fe?
Iron.
Spanish.
Damn right.
Shower curtain.
Right.
At which body part was the Greek hero Achilles?
Nose.
Achilles'
Heel.
Foot.
Heel.
heel. Mike. What Friends spinoff shares its name
Joey.
with the
Joey.
Galvin? And the last one for easy. What planet has only 2 moons?
Mars.
Saturn.
Mars. Geo. Lucky guess.
It's 4 letters. How's that lucky?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what
I wasn't even thinking of that. 4 letters.
Yeah.
I almost said marionette
I'm over
earlier.
here with Slinky and Saturn and everything else. Totally forgot. Not your fault, Carmen. You explained it perfectly. I am just a dumb person.
That's all right. You just forgot to listen. Okay, we are moving on to medium. Pap, what is the score?
The score is Gio has a single solitary point, and Galvin, Michael, and Spanish are all tied up with 3.
I didn't even know it was 4 letters. Watch out. Now.
Oh, wait.
I feel like I just activated Galvin.
Yeah, you did.
You did. All right, are you smarter than a college student? We're on medium. Your next one. What is the smallest of the Great Lakes by volume?
Erie.
Galvin.
Watch out.
I knew it. Damn it.
What company founded in 1899 is the largest Italian automaker?
Fiat.
Spanish. What Brazilian soccer player was
Pele.
born? Mike. Which Nobel Prize winning vice president under Bill Clinton lost
Gore.
to George? Mike. What type of blood vessel carries blood back to the
White.
heart?
Vein.
Vein. Mike. What word that comes from the Hawaiian for quick
Aloha.
is used for a website that is editable by its users?
Wiki.
Galvin?
Edible? You can eat it?
No.
Editable.
No. Edit. Yes. What can be found for a triangle by using 1/2
Mass.
its base times its height?
Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Yes. What can be found for a triangle by using 1/2 its base times its height?
Area.
Mike. What British R&B singer used to be married
Adele.
Adele.
to not 4 letters?
Share.
To Project
No, she's
Runway host Heidi Klum.
Seal.
Yeah. Damn it.
And Pap,
Oh,
Come on.
we are on hard.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I've been hard the whole time.
All right.
Wait.
Well, Gio has 1 single solitary point. Spanish and Galvin both have 5, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
All right. Here we go. Here we go.
All right. Are you smarter than a college student? We're on hard. Here we go. What book of the Old Testament has the daughter-in-law of Naomi as the title character? What book of the Old Testament has
Ruth.
Ruth, Mike Calta. What 1993 first-person shooter
Doom.
featured Geo?
Featured Geo.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Way to go, Gio.
I was great in that.
Which Norse god and ruler
Thor.
of Asgard is father of Thor? Odin. Spanish. Which mineral, which can be found ground into baby
Salt.
powder, is the softest on the Mohs hardness scale?
Look at your shower.
I know what it is.
In baby powder. Not reading the whole thing again.
Buzz.
Oh my god.
What is it? Galvin?
Talc.
Yes, that is what I was looking for.
No point.
No point.
Half point.
All right. Happy.
No.
Thank you, John.
All right.
Which J.J. Abrams TV
Lost.
show? Yo. What African kingdom is used to represent the final letter of the alphabet
Zulu.
in the Mike and Pap? We are on the last three.
Gio has a surprising 3 points.
Eat me.
Wait, what?
Galvin has 5. Spanish with 6, and Michael is your leader. He's winning with 9.
All right. You could get there. Are you smarter than a college student? Last 3 hard. Here we go. What Canadian rock band
Rush.
feature Spanish? Which U.S. state has the only 3
Ohio.
Utah.
Utah is what I was looking for, Galvin.
Thanks, dummy.
And your last one. We've heard it a lot this year. What city, which is the capital of Ukraine, also names a buttery chicken dish? Galvin.
Butter chicken.
Kiev chicken?
Butter chicken. What?
No.
Chicken Kiev.
Well, you're supposed to say Kiev. If you say Kiev, you're racist.
Oh.
How many is this now in a row?
That is 2 in a row for your next 5.
I like it. Good morning. Who's this?
Sean,
How you doing, Sean?
good. How you doing?
You are the winner today because of my brilliant talents.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All
I'm going
right.
to put you on hold. You have your
right.
choice of prizes. Okay, buddy?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. There you go. Sean's on line 7.
Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you.
No.
Well, yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
Jump in with it.
Yeah. Before you guys steal my.
Right.
Mike Calta Paisan. He the king of Tampa Bay of Sporkle. Mo Green.
Those are both good.
You did a fantastic job. I say that you won this workout today.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was great.
old Jew. I like it.
That was great.
Jackie Mason was here for a
That
second.
was a real mitzvah.
Thank you. It was wonderful. You guys did a great job today. Thank you.
I changed up. It didn't go obvious.
Yeah. You went strong.
No.
That was great. All right. What do we have coming up in news, Calvin?
Coming up in news today, eye stabber robots. That hole looks glorious.
Yes.
And a yard of a pizza pie.
Hey. All right. Galvin has your news. We'll do that when we come back. We've also got more stuff to give away. We're kind of kicking off both things on Friday, the Strawberry Festival and, of course, the raffle, which is going on right now. You can go to stingraychevroletraffle.com and buy your tickets, or you can stop by and see us, or you can wait till it's at the Strawberry Festival. Buy them over there all the way up to the day of the raffle. stingraychevroletraffle.com. We will see you out there Friday morning live at Stingray Chevrolet. We haven't done that in years. Last time, Galvin pointed out yesterday, last time we were there, Craig Robinson was with us.
Yeah, that was great.
Bobby was supposed to be out there with us, but he will not be in town until Friday afternoon.
Oh, come on. What a loser.
Complete jerk. Wait a second. That's my number one best friend you're talking about. He's with his son, and they're in, where is that? Out by Daytona there, Cocoa Beach. And Max is taking a surfing lesson.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
like Max.
they can't do the surfing lesson until Friday. So he'll be here Friday afternoon. He'll be here Friday afternoon, and then we're going fishing. And then Saturday we're going to Universal.
Is Bobby going to surf also?
I don't know. But
He
Bobby's
should.
so skinny now, it wouldn't
Yeah.
even be a joke for him to surf.
Surfing is a
Like
blast.
little fat seal body falling off a surfboard is
Yeah.
funny. Svelte Bobby is not even funny. It's just like you want to see him do good, you know.
Yeah.
I that's one. That's add that to my other list. Things never surfed.
Yeah?
Never will.
Really?
Oh my God!
It's a blast.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm against it, but you go out with your board now throw yourself up on the board.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Yeah, pop
Who's
up,
doing
do
that?
less.
Yeah, pop up. Come
You're
on.
making the right choice.
Thank
Like-
you.
Like I said, on the cruise, they've got the surf rider thing.
Yeah.
And I tried to do that, and it was very embarrassing.
I've seen so many people douche themselves on that thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
gross.
But I feel like that's almost like you're setting yourself up to fail because the pressure of everybody watching you while you're trying to do it, it's immense.
Listen, we all have to do do that.
I mean, I'm down. I'm 100%
no way
down.
I'm doing
No.
You're telling me double Big Mac power chair over there couldn't get up on a board? Come on.
It was very embarrassing.
And you don't even have to get up. They literally hold your hands while you catch your balance.
All right, I'm not criticizing everybody else. I'm just telling you, it was an embarrassing moment for me, and I'm advising Mike not to try.
Do
Thank
boogie
you,
boarding.
Gio.
You can stick with boogie boarding. You know?
I can tell you the first and only time that I tried to surf was up in Destin, and it's not great surf up there, but I tried it. I borrowed a friend of mine. She had a surfboard, and I go, "Can I borrow that surfboard? I want to try." She's like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like first time I went in, the water went underneath, and it was just sand, and went right into the sand and broke it in half.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, "Here's your surfboard back."
Oh,
There's something about the lifestyle that would be pretty cool. Like I have a friend who I used to work with who went and left radio to go work and run Oprah's company. And he was running Oprah's company, probably making $2 million a year. And then sometime after being there for like 5 years, he was like, I love surfing now. And now he left Oprah and he's the head of the World Surfing League.
Yeah.
And that's all he does. And I mean, this is a guy who's from Oklahoma who used to live here in Tampa, never went to the beach. Now he's the head of the World Surfing League.
You know what the funny thing is I think if you're the head of Oprah's, company,
Yeah.
you could do anything.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that,
yeah.
with that on your resume, if somebody goes, "Who is this guy? He wants to be president." Well, he was the head of Oprah's company. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
he'd be good.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd be good. He
I'd
knows
vote
what he's
for him.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. It was so hard. I used to watch him and walk in his office, and he'd be on 3 different phones at one time and putting out fires. And then he'd be all done. He'd go, "Okay, what's up?" And I go, "Oh, nothing. I got nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Nothing
talk
in
to you.
here that's nearly as important as whatever you were just doing." All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
Farmer Wants a Wife is the best name for a TV show ever.
Have you watched it?
No.
I watched some of it.
Yeah.
It was,
You know what I watched last night that blew my mind was Name That Tune.
Oh yeah,
What a dumb show.
but there's some pretty good people at it.
When's the last time you saw Randy Jackson?
Yeah, he's very thin. Last time I saw him.
Not thin. His head looks like it's dead.
Oh,
Like
no.
you ever see when somebody's in the coffin, what they make the head look like? That's what he looks like.
right.
He's got dead head.
Ooh, that is scary looking.
Yeah, he was like better fat.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of people I think that are better fat. Jonah Hill is the one that I always point to. I liked him much better when he was fat. Now that he's skinny douche, it's not as easy to swallow
not
as
even-
fat douche.
What
Not
was he
even
in?
that.
What was he in Skinny?
21 Jump Street, he was skinny.
Skinny, and in Wolf of Wall Street, he was skinny. Comparatively. Well, yeah. Because when he was in that that college movie, Accepted, I think it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, he was fat,
huge.
fat, yeah.
And hilarious.
Well, 40-year-old virgin, too. He's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
fat.
I just want to sell these.
Yeah, dude.
He's so good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. The cruise is coming up. You hear the promos for it. April 4th is when the cruise is happening. If you're going on the cruise, probably need some new shoes because you want to be looking cool on the Lido deck, right? You want to be walking around, get some Hey Dudes out there, get some flip-flops, maybe some Birkenstocks. Ladies, you need some heels for the nice dress-up nights or anything like that, or out partying and dancing. Even if you're not going on the cruise, whatever style or shoe you're looking for, they have them right there in stock at Pelts, and they have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. So stop into a Pelts today and make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. Yeah, that's right. So 2 adults have been arrested in connection with the mass shooting that erupted following a dispute at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade last week. Prosecutors announced that on Tuesday, Dominic Miller and Lindell Mays each faced charges of second-degree murder, 2 counts of armed criminal action, and unlawful use of a weapon. We have a picture.
Are they black or white?
Well, we have a picture of one of the guys, and I guess I don't know why they haven't released a picture of the other person. The one guy is black, Lindell. So I don't know about the other guy.
You don't meet a lot of black Dominics. I only bring that up because of the Ann Coulter thing we were talking about this morning.
Yeah.
Where she was saying that she was pretty sure they were black.
Ann Coulter was on with Bill Maher, and I don't know who the black gentleman that was sitting next to her, but she said they were talking about it, and she goes, well, we know they're not white. And they're like, no, we don't know that. And she goes, no, they would have released the pictures if they were. And the black guy sitting next to her was like, whoa, like, what are you talking about? She goes, I mean, it's true. It's if they were, that's what she said. Well, turns out so far she's 1 out of 2. We don't know what the other one is.
Dominic. I'm holding out on a black Dominic.
But so they're not kids? Because I thought that was like the initial report was that they were
that
kids.
they were teens. Yeah. Well, it appears that Mays was in a verbal argument at the parade with someone he had no prior history with. That argument very quickly escalated to Mays pulling out his handgun, and almost immediately others pulled out their firearms, including Miller. And of course, we know that Lisa Lopez Galvan, who was a radio DJ, she got shot and killed.
Man.
A lot of other people got shot. So yeah, that's
Don't bring none of that action to Stingray on Friday.
No.
We can't afford those.
I'll hit you with a Camaro.
No, yeah.
That's so weird because like the video I saw, it wasn't a handgun. The woman was picking up a large gun.
I don't.
It's weird. I don't know.
But you can't. Those are certain gatherings that you can't bring a gun to.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So now they're there illegally carrying the guns, and
everybody suffers.
But how do you stop people from bringing a gun to a parade?
Yeah, it's outside. It's in the public. I mean, unless you can't. I mean, you can't. It's like why they do that in Ybor. They say, well, you gotta scan or you can't. It's in the streets. You know?
And I think it was a handgun, but some of those handguns they fit into like attachments.
Maybe
that
that's
make
what
it
it
look
was.
like more of a rifle. Yeah.
Or maybe that person had a handgun.
And that
Other
guy,
people had a rifle. Who knows?
I don't know.
It's just crazy to think that it was one guy pulled out a gun and then everybody pulled out their guns.
Well, it's like here.
That's what I was going to say. You think it would be like Texas, Florida, not Kansas.
Listen, I tell people all the time when they show a guy in a store and he's holding up a gun, I go, that doesn't happen in Florida.
No.
Florida, 3 people would have shot him already. So,
by the way, you're in Kansas City, Missouri. So Missouri's very rural and very gun,
Yeah, I guess
hunting
that's
and
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And why are these idiots such horrible shots? Like they didn't. Neither one of them shot each other.
No.
They just shot other people.
Yeah.
Like a ton of other people.
that's the other thing. You
Like the whole thing makes no sense.
Even as a guy who would be like shooting to help, I'd still be afraid shooting towards the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Like there were witnesses saying that they were just like spraying everywhere.
That's why they
so
get,
like the story doesn't seem to match up with what witnesses were saying.
That's why you get people, they call these things psyops or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Here we go.
I'm not saying anything,
You
but
were
I'm just
saying-
saying.
you just said it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when none of the details match up, and then you find out, they've been watched and contacted by the FBI months ago. These things are just weird.
And with everyone having a camera and video cameras being everywhere, how do we not have like the exact story?
Yeah, Dominic.
Yeah.
I saw I saw a video of that one of the guys holding the gun, like pulling the gun out, was on video.
But what's crazy is like to think that we haven't seen much video of that event. But remember that kid that went into the supermarket, we got to watch that entire video.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right?
mean?
Because
And
didn't he go live?
But that was his video though.
But the thing is you'd think that they would have taken it off, you know what I mean? They would have scrubbed it off the
They're
internet.
so quick to
right.
take
Well,
videos
like
down.
with this, when you search it, you're hard pressed to find.
They can remove Travis Kelce yelling at his coach.
Yeah,
but
right.
we don't have the video.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
The whole thing.
Well, the audio anyway.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
The Alabama Supreme Court has ruled that frozen embryos can be considered children under state law. A decision critics said could have sweeping implications for fertility treatment in the state. The decision was issued in a pair of wrongful death cases brought by 3 couples who had frozen embryos destroyed in an accident at a fertility clinic. Justices, citing anti-abortion language in the Alabama Constitution, ruled that an 1872 state law allowing parents to sue over the death of a minor child applies to all unborn children, regardless of their location.
I mean, I get it if they make a mistake and they destroy your embryos and now you can't have kids. But this seems like a real overreach of government power.
But certainly to call it kids.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, frozen embryos can be considered children under state law. That's for Alabama. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting for sure, because that will affect other states and how they regard that stuff.
I'm holding a bunch of unborn kids. I'm storing them.
Right now.
Careful.
Right now, they're in my storage locker. Don't kick me in the ding ding. You could go to jail.
I was reading an op-ed piece about how they're saying, like, the slippery slope stuff with all this, where their comment was, if religion and Christianity gets more and more involved in politics, will it become illegal to masturbate? And it was a very interesting.
Try and stop me.
But I'm saying it becomes a very interesting article. Well, they can stop you because they know when you're watching porn through Alexa, through your phone, through your IP.
I don't need
so
the
they'll
porn.
know. But
I
that's
can tell you right
Yeah.
now, I'm wanted in 50 states.
right. You know what I mean? But it's like it was an interesting argument.
Except
to,
Hawaii. They let you do it.
Yeah. But I just found that to be interesting because people are getting
Well,
more
I mean,
and more
how many
religious.
states still have sodomy on the,
That's what I'm
on
saying,
the law?
you know?
Those things are overlooked, but it's still there.
Your internet service providers are soon going to start blocking all that stuff
Yeah.
anyways. You're not going to have access to it
Dude,
anymore.
you know how great that's going to be for me? I will create my own porn at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Like,
watch
honey,
it.
we got to do this because they took it
gotta
away
do
from
for the
us, so we
people.
have no choice.
Yeah. Put that lab coat on.
Yeah.
I saw one of the Snow Bunny. She was in a little hot dog stand. It was wild.
Seriously, if they take away our porn, we're going to have to start being nice to Carmen.
Yeah.
Just show me something.
Yeah, come on, Carmen. Eat the hot dog or whatever you got to do.
The Powerball next jackpot is the drawing is tonight for $348 million. That is
be
for
rich.
the Powerball. The Mega Millions rolled over again. The next drawing is happening on Friday, and the Mega Millions is $525 million.
We're gonna be rich, boys.
Good luck.
Pretty nice.
Good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, I've been doing the scratch offs. Haven't been winning that much on the scratch offs. Like a lot of times I'll make back whatever the ticket was, and that's the worst. Nothing worse than buying a $20 ticket and winning $20. You're like, all right, well,
I come home from the airport the other day, and I call Amanda when I get in the car, and I go, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" She's like, "Juliana and I are at Publix waiting for her medication. She had a little bit of a cold." And she goes, "So we got some scratch offs. We're scratching off." She's saying, all of a sudden, I hear Juliana in the back go, "This is bull." She said it. I go, "What's going on?" She goes on the phone. She goes, "It just took 10 minutes to scratch this thing off just to win $2." I go, "Yeah, you're right. It is bull." Yeah, that's the thing. They're you hear all these great stories about guys scratching off $1 million, and then you go out there and you scratch even, and when you scratch a loss, you're like, "This stinks."
Well, haven't you seen you can just do it with like an alcohol?
What do you
Just
mean?
wipe
Like
it
a
off.
pad,
Just
like an
wipe it,
alcohol
yeah.
pad, and just wipe it, and
Yeah.
the whole thing. Yeah, and then that way you don't have to scratch it, and you don't make a mess or anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
there's people on YouTube that do that because they'll buy like a stack of them. They'll be like,
Yeah.
you spend $1,000 on a stack to see how much they win. $1,000 as opposed to what they win, whatever, and they just wipe them off like that. Just in
Do they
strip 'em
win?
right-
Do those people win a lot?
Some do, some
do?
don't. I mean,
Well, your odds go up.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast did a video where he spent I think $1 million on scratch offs or something, maybe $100,000, and they won. I think he made money off of it because
Really?
I forget exactly what it was, but one of his videos is that.
Damn.
I think he maybe spent $100,000 on scratch offs.
If I worked
something.
at if I worked at like a real Mexican gas station where they sell like clamato juice and stuff and empanadas, and this dude walked in and he was like, "I'll take 100,000 of those." I'd just punch him right in the face. Punch him right in the
Wait.
face.
I forget
Shut
the
up,
exact
stupid.
number, but
Can
yeah.
I point out he's probably not going to the store on the street corner? He probably worked a deal out with the lottery people and said, "Hey, can you ship them to my house?"
I'm just saying. Can you imagine working in the
No, I'd be
empanada
so
clamato
upset.
store?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Carrot
me
mango
the-
juice, please.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's delicious.
dude. The first time I ever went in one of those gas stations and they had just drinks that I'd never seen before, I
Yeah,
was like,
so good.
What's going on here? That smell is not boiled peanuts. What are you guys making back there? It smells wonderful.
Yeah.
Pork with onions.
Yeah.
Delicious. This is a gas station. What are we doing here?
American Airlines is raising the cost of checked bags from $30 to $40.
Can I just tell you though that we got so duped all our life, bags were free, and then
Yeah.
one day they were like, bags are $20,
Yeah.
bags are $40. It's like gas. They were like, gas was 99 cents for a while, and then all of a sudden they're like, gas is $5 now, and we just go, okay.
So American Airlines going from $30 to $40 for check bags. That's more than every other major U.S. airline. For now, a second bag will cost you $45.
What?
Yeah.
How do
So
they-
if you have
you're better off mailing your stuff there.
Yeah. Like if you have a family of 4 and everybody has a bag, now you're paying what?
So if you fly first class, you get your baggage free, right? So
All right.
We used to fly in first class. We're going to California, and my wife, I don't want to say why, but she's putting us in coach because it's too expensive. It's like $2,600 a person. It's ridiculous. So she's like putting us in coach, and I go, okay, you're gonna do whatever, do what you got to do. We're gonna be miserable. And then she goes, "Oh, we got to pay for bags now." I go, "Yeah, see, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Now you got to add $40 per person to take their stupid bag on there.
Unbelievable.
It's
man.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's why I got to shop at Aldi, because if I want to take a
Right.
vacation, I got to spend all that money on ridiculous fees.
I'm
We
telling
need
you
better
right now.
trains.
Trains.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not taking a goddamn train to California.
I love
I'm-
trains.
I don't got 3 days.
Yeah, I don't listen. I saw someone do it from like here to New York, and
Yeah.
they for a family of 3 and their car
Yeah.
to go with them, or like close to New York, something like that. It was like right over $1,000.
It's Sanford, Florida to Baltimore.
Okay,
That's where the auto train goes. I've done the auto train both ways, to and from.
A question:
Yeah.
Do you have to make multiple stops, or is
Oh,
it
yeah.
just a straight shot?
No, you make multiple stops, but they happen like overnight, and they don't stay very long, so it's not that big of a
Okay.
deal. I went from Miami one time on the auto train to Baltimore, and then had to drive to New Jersey, and then I've gone when we moved here. We took my mother and her car, and we drove from the Baltimore area to Sanford, Florida, and then drove over here from there.
But-
yeah,
I was gonna say, you know that like speed train in Japan or whatever.
Bullet
the bullet
trains.
train.
Yeah.
I've
The bullet
taken
train.
that too.
But we should have like one of those from east to west coast, or
Carmen,
something, you know what I mean? To make
one
it.
of the worst things about this state is the lack of public transportation. They have been toying with the idea of a train that goes from Miami to Orlando to Pensacola, and nothing ever happens.
It got approved and Rick Scott vetoed it years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. It was Rick Scott did the right thing by vetoing that, because it was the financial responsibility for that ended up burdening the people, as opposed to I don't remember the exact details,
Yeah.
but it was when you looked at it and you saw why he did it, it was better for the people of Florida.
Right. Well, I think we voted on it and he still vetoed it.
You can take a train from Tampa to Orlando. You know what happened was they wanted to give a grant for the train. There was something where they were giving money to
something,
the
yeah.
train, and it turned out the end of it was bad for Floridians. You can take the train from Tampa to Orlando, or in the Orlando area. I've done that before too, because when I went to DC on a train when my son was little, he and I took the train trip up to DC, and on the way back we met Amanda in Orlando-ish area. I think it was Sanford again, where there was no auto involved, but we could just take the train and get off there. So you can do that, but it's not. I don't know how much
Convenient.
time it's saving you. I don't know how convenient it is, because the way that they go might be so out of the way to get to Orlando.
These are the times I wish that we could use those pneumatic tunnels that they built years ago by beach. Yeah, that'd
You're
be
there.
awesome.
I will tell you though, I did enjoy the train.
I love the train. We got to take a train when we went to Alaska, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, if you could take a train where you could see stuff, that's
Yeah.
even better,
Yeah.
because you don't want to see the stuff that you see on your way from Tampa to DC. They bring you through every bad neighborhood. They're like, we're gonna stop here for 20 minutes. You can get out and come back. I'm like, no, thank you. But I got one of those little rooms, and it's 2 chairs that face each other, and they're like first class size chairs, and there's a sink and a toilet in there, so you don't ever have to leave the room. And then above you is a bed that folds down, and then those seats push down, so you have a bed on the bottom and a bed on the top, which was great until Joey was too scared to sleep on the top, so he had to sleep with me on the bottom, and that kid was a heat generator, and I was miserable. But but it's a fun time. If you could take a train trip at one point, if you're not in a hurry, take it.
I want to do a train trip just because it would make me feel like I'm in Midnight Run, and I think that would be a blast.
I want to go. I would take one like in Europe somewhere.
Oh,
Like if you're
yeah.
going through the
Sweden
Swiss
or
Alps
something?
or
Oh,
something.
dude, yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do for Christmas this year. Go to Switzerland.
That-
So that would be nice.
I feel like a spy's going to come into your room or
Maybe.
something.
Oh, that would be so
Maybe.
crazy.
I'm prepared for all of that.
Is it safe? No, I don't know. Joe took a midnight train to Georgia.
Oh.
Had a good time.
I had to sell my old car.
Are you too busy to exercise?
No.
Yes.
No, don't worry about it, Gio. Study found that you can skip working out all week long as long as you go really hard on the weekends. As long as you get 150 total minutes of exercise, it doesn't really matter how you fit it in throughout the week. So you don't have to do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, this, that.
Okay.
Just do 150 minutes
I like
total.
that. I
Yeah.
That's
like
not
that.
too bad.
Yeah.
150.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cardio is just the worst. I love lifting weights, but cardio is just the worst.
Yeah, I like it.
I know you love it, but I just can never get into it.
Isn't that weird how, like, to me, running is the worst thing ever?
Yeah.
And Galvin takes such joy in
Yeah.
that, you know. Like, and I understand if I could run through the trails and see all the nice stuff, that'd be great. But I'm gonna get 7 steps in and be like,
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do-
but you got to build up, and it's you're out there by yourself. You got the music going. You clear
That
your
sounds
head,
kind of nice.
do all this stuff.
I'll
yeah.
do mitt work all day over running
Yeah, me
2
too.
miles. Yeah.
My
Yeah,
wife
I
and
enjoy that as well, but I don't know.
My wife and I went for a walk a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of days ago, and we didn't go that far, but we went for a walk, and halfway through it, I was like, I'm done. She's like, you're tired? I go, no, I'm done. I'm bored doing this.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's so nice out. I go, oh, it was nice in the living room, too. I don't know. I get very...
I do
get
like going for
antsy.
walks. I'm not gonna lie.
You do.
I do. Yeah, I
You
walk
owe
the
life.
pier all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, I walk the
life.
neighborhood. The pier is gorgeous to walk around.
I don't like to walk the pier unless there's fried calamari at the other end.
You can get fried calamari.
Yeah, like if I feel like I'm walking to something.
So the best thing to do is you go walk the pier, then you go to either Frankie's Chop House or Cafe Chibo, get some nice fresh pasta.
I
It's
feel
the
like it reverses what you just did on the walk.
best. Oh, life.
I feel like Spanish is out there skipping rocks and
Yeah.
looking at seagulls.
100%. Mariah
Bitching about
she
stuff.
got me a hammock for Valentine's Day, so I'll go and set the hammock up and just sit out there. It's
Can I-
awesome.
Dear Lord, I don't like to pray for murder. Nothing would be funnier than if he gets choked out in his own hammock.
Oh, dude, you don't think that'll definitely happen one day.
Oh my God! Just flips around
it
and
up.
chokes you out.
Loses oxygen to his brain, but he still lives.
Still lives.
in
Yeah.
Joe, do you cut him down from the hammock? You just leave him for a while.
No, I just drag them out to the back where we throw away the abandoned appliances.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
the
nice,
mattresses.
nice.
I'll call
Thank
some
you.
jockeys. They'll come around and pick him
I
up.
appreciate that very much.
Just light a fire underneath them and cook them.
Junk Jockeys finally says no. Too gross. By the way, I have a couch that I have to give away. I don't want people showing up at my house to get it, but I think I'm gonna have to give it
Are
away.
you guys taking it or no?
I don't know if we can fit it. I forgot
Gotta
to go
decide.
look at it.
Let me ask my wife because she wants to redo the front area and stuff. I don't know whether that fits into her scheme.
I
She's
love
got
the couch.
snake
It's
rugs
so
and
comfortable.
who knows what else. I don't know what's going on.
What house?
Like made from real snakes?
It's gonna be green and gold. No, it's like some rug and it's got a stand. And I'm like, all right,
It needs to go by Thursday.
all right, I'll find out.
So
I'll find
whoever's
out.
taking it, take it, or I gotta call Habitat for Humanity or somebody. Come get it. Or Junk Jockeys.
How about this? This is wild, man. Be careful out there, people. A 33-year-old man in Canada has been convicted of sexual assault, which is a very serious crime, but the details of this are pretty crazy. He'd meet men online pretending to be a woman named Angela. Then he'd invite them to his home for anonymous fun. Yeah. But there were some rules. There was no talking allowed, and the men wouldn't see him. Instead, they'd interact through a hole in a sheet that was hanging in the doorway. I believe that's called a
Who's buying into this?
what? The perp did this twice that we know of. He was caught when the second victim simply pulled down the sheet and saw him on the other side wearing a black wig.
Oh my God.
The big reveal.
The man has been sentenced to more than 2 years in prison. By the way, if you go there, you know what's up.
Right?
Right.
You
Come
know
on.
what's up.
This guy
Stop
shouldn't
it.
be charged.
Wait a second. That's a guy back
Yeah,
there?
come
Get
on.
out of here. Do you remember the scariest thing we ever heard in our life?
I thought you were saying, do you remember the sheet?
Wait.
100% I remember. I know exactly what you're going to say, and I will get chills up my spine. I wish that we had it to play right now.
There was a woman that called in and told us that she had a glory hole, that she would invite men over and do all this stuff.
Oh,
and
wait a second. I think this is a different story.
No, because then
Okay,
at the
go ahead.
end, he revealed he was a dude.
Oh, yeah.
But he had a woman voice, like he did the woman's voice, and we were like totally like, what? And you do that? And I'm not going to do a lady's voice, but he did a very good lady's
Just
voice.
try it.
Nope.
Just try
And,
it.
to really help the story.
No. But wah wah wee wah.
Galvin doesn't want us to recognize his lady's voice.
Well, don't come to the sheet.
I thought you were going to say the time that we sent Love Tiger to the beach.
Oh, mama mia.
You guys weren't here for that.
I was not.
So we were. I was particularly interested in the mangroves by the radio station.
I know the rumors.
The mangroves over there are where people go to enter their kayaks into the water, and they park over there. But for a while, gay folks were meeting up in the mangroves to have secret sex. And we sent Love Tiger over there to inspect the mangroves one time, and there was a car over there, and he's like, there's in the car. We're like, what's in the car? He's like, there's a mannequin in the back seat. We're like, oh, crazy mannequin. We're like, why would there be a mannequin? And he's like, it's got a black wig in it. And then
He's wearing a bikini.
yeah. And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, the eyes opened. And we were like, ah! It wasn't a mannequin. It was a man dressed as a woman hiding in the back seat. And it was crazy.
Waiting
What?
Waiting for
What?
whoever. Yeah.
They've since blocked off all those mangroves by the
Oh,
radio
they
station.
shaved them down too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get back there now,
There's
Gio?
a fence I couldn't get through. I
Chuck
tried wire
Henson.
cutters and everything.
Oh man.
Chuck Henson answered the best question where I go, can I ask you a question? Why are gay guys meeting up in the mangroves to have sex? And like random sex at all times ever. He goes, because wouldn't you if you can? And I went, would I show up to the mangroves and just bang a random woman and then be on my way? Yes. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
And I go, now I get it.
Yeah.
Good for you in the mangroves, guys. Do what you got to do. I never saw it. It never bothered me. I just always wondered why
Yeah.
the man. Well, there you go. You're a nice little beachside paradise and getting some sex in the water over there.
Question.
Yeah.
Knowing you guys, what did you make Love Tiger dress up as when you sent him out there?
Yeah, he was dressed
Like a
as
little
he was in a
cowboy
bathing
hat or
suit, I think.
something?
No, we had him in a little cowboy outfit when he went to visit the pedophile trailer park.
Trailer park. Yeah,
For
he dressed like a
Halloween.
little cowboy.
Yeah. He was doing he had little Daisy Dukes and a little cowboy hat.
And guns.
Because there was a trailer park, was over in Clearwater area? Largo or
Largo
something.
had
I've seen
all
the
the pet-
documentary.
You right.
All the pedophiles in it.
Yeah, so he sent him over there dressed up like a little cowboy to see what was going on.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard from Love Tiger in the last couple days?
dead.
No, I have not.
Oh,
No.
wow.
I
He's
do
probably
not
back
know.
in the hospital, right?
I don't know if he's alive or dead, to be honest with you. I have no way of checking.
He hung
Air
up
fryer.
on us last time.
He did. That's right.
He swears he didn't.
No.
He says phone got
lies.
disconnected.
Lies.
Oh, I know it's lies. I'm just saying. Poor
Listen,
LT.
he loves the hospital. That's got to be the greatest thing that's
Oh,
ever
yeah.
happened to him.
People care about him?
People care about him. It's clean. They're
Five
waiting on him. He
stars.
gets food,
Cut his
Jell-O,
nails.
all kind of
He
stuff.
claims
Yeah.
to have lost a significant amount of weight.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would imagine. You know, instead of eating all the garbage that he's eating and just sitting around and stuff, they probably have him get up and walk around. Yeah, hopefully they clip his nails.
Talons.
By the way, I'm talking about a human, not a dog.
Speaking of humans, Martin Gramatica just texted me.
Yeah.
He said, I have a date with this guy on Friday. Let me know when you want yours. And he sent me a picture of the thing that goes in your butt for the colonoscopy.
Mamma mia. Aren't we all going together?
No, I wouldn't say we should go together,
Well,
but
I
I'm
mean,
definitely going
the
to go.
same day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is intrusive looking, but not nearly as intrusive as 6 feet.
yeah.
2.5 inches. I could take 2.5 inches, but I'm not going 6.
My
6 feet.
brother's going Friday.
For
I
a
went-
real one?
No, for
Or-
the full body scan.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine. The full body scan is nothing.
Is Martine going to be incapacitated whenever?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
We know the length, what, 2.5 inches?
Yeah.
What's like the
girth.
Yeah.
It's not. It's about like a pen.
A pen?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm looking at it right now.
What kind of pen? Like a highlighter or like a
I think
like
it's
one of those thick Sharpies.
Oh man.
It's a Pen IS, I think.
that makes more sense. Why didn't you say it to begin with?
Well done.
Tell Martine put me down for Friday.
The good thing is,
I mean-
Gio, is they put a sheet up and there's
Yeah.
and stuff.
One.
We
He's got to
wait.
wear a wig though.
How about this?
Wait, real quick. Who would you rather have do it, the guy or the girl?
The girl.
Girl.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want the girl to be offended.
The guy.
Nah,
I'm taking the
girl.
guy.
I
I
want her
am
to hold
going
my hand.
to clean that area like I'm gonna have it detailed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna take a toothbrush, cover it, and then
A
go in it.
toothbrush?
Yeah, dude, I'm going
Get
in
a Brillo
hardcore.
pad down there.
Yeah. I don't want to have dirty butt at all when I go to this place.
I don't want to know how many hemorrhoids she's going to find. It's
Yeah,
going to be weird.
I mean,
No.
that's who I think you know.
I'm going with the guy.
We got ice on it.
Good news for him.
Someone sounds excited about that.
Oh my god.
All right, let's switch gears. Gonna get hungry again, I think, because Little Caesars is now testing a new pizza, which will be sold by the yard. So it'll be long rather than
feet.
circular. A yard is 4 feet?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, it's 3 feet.
Okay.
So it'll be long rather than circular or square. One version features a full yard of Detroit-style deep dish, 8 slices of 3 meat treat, and 8 slices of pepperoni. And it'll be the slices will be end to end. It will stretch out a yard or 3 feet. For now, they're only available in select locations in Virginia and North Carolina. But if it's a hit, they're going to expand it nationwide. Priced at $20 a yard.
Damn.
Yeah, let me get a yard of pizza.
Yeah, I would do that.
Get a yard of pizza and a yard of beer.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Which
How do
one
they
of the?
transport it though?
That's true.
How do they transport? I mean,
Same as
That's not that
it'd be like
big.
2 pizzas side by side.
Yeah. What are you, idiot?
Yeah.
all right. I mean,
He's little. It's big for him.
Yeah.
3 feet. How can I possibly care?
I'll take 6 yards, please.
I remember one of the chains did the Bigfoot pizza, and I feel like that was like 3 feet.
What's a big
It-
don't know
that
if it-
may have been Little Caesars.
Was it?
Yeah, that
So,
may have been them.
Maybe there's repurposing the idea.
Yeah, they're trying it out,
Yeah.
doing the thing. Trying to change it up.
I'm not
make
mad
it
at 'em.
different.
Just give me the pizza and the mott sticks. I love
yeah,
those.
but if it's like a party, that's kind of
Yeah, I
cool.
guess
You know,
you're
'cause
right.
it's
You're
like
right.
whenever you get one of those big long subs.
yeah, that's
like a big
fun.
long pizza.
Yeah.
They're also doing the thing where, and I think it's Little Caesars as well, where they'll do like half pizza, half cheesy breadsticks. Yeah, like does both in the one thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
The reason why I love Little Caesars to this day is that you could just go and pick up a pizza right there, $5.
Yeah, they got it
I
ready
love
to go. They
Hot,
have it in
ready.
the locker and stuff. Although I will tell you, Carmen, you are the one that turned us all on to it. Jets Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Jets Cheesy Turbo Bread.
Yep.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
It's
I'm
hard to
hungry
compete
too.
with Jets.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said it's hard to compete with Jets.
Yeah, they are very good. Carmen, I don't know. Do you get your eyelashes done? Do you do the extended eyelashes sometimes whenever you want to, going out?
I actually used to go do them for the cruise
Yeah?
specifically, so I wouldn't have to do my makeup every day.
Well, if you want to get your eyelashes done, maybe you want to try this out. A robotics company called Loom has an AI robot that can apply fake lashes faster than a human.
Nope.
Gross.
There's some video on Bone TV. The only downside is the robot looks like a torture device that stabs your eyeballs.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
It's pretty crazy looking the way that it's done, but yeah, it's a robot doing it, so it's like a sewing machine almost, and you just have your eye through a little hole going.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know. I was reading a story. I think it was last week where a woman was fatally wounded during her surgery, and it was a
but
robot.
that was different. That was different. That was a surgery that melted her laser, melted the inside. Yeah, I don't want to give a robot any chance by my eyeballs either. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. But girls do look hot with those lines.
There is it. Look at it. Just a big stabbing device right by your eyeball.
Yeah.
I saw a meme that said we've never picked a girl for her eyelashes. That's not true, man. You can find some girls that really sex up their face with those long eyelashes.
True.
My wife, I don't like when my wife wears them. She looks like a tranny.
Some people look like they have caterpillars on their face, and some people look really good.
Some people are wearing it. Works out for black chicks. Black chicks
Yeah.
are really sexy with them.
One of the best videos is a black girl that was on a boat and she has the eyelash and they're just blowing back. Barely
that's
keep
different.
her head down because her eyelashes are huge. Today is National Sticky Bun Day.
Hell
Sticky
yeah.
bun, sticky bun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that's great jail food. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Sticky bun?
My friend told me. Yeah.
Sticky bun.
Yeah.
Some sad news, Mike. I think this is a hit you hard. Meat is dead.
What do you mean?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Tony Genoes, who played Meat in the 80s comedy
Oh, yeah,
Porky's,
Porky's.
died while having surgery for a severe spinal cord infection.
Oh, no.
He was only 64 years old.
He don't look that bad.
Yeah.
No, he
more
was
like
a
him.
good-looking guy his whole
me.
life.
Yeah, like he hasn't aged much.
We
Leave the kid alone.
at the club that I worked at, we got uniforms and they wanted us to put like nicknames on there because it looked like a gas station thing. So we had nicknames. My brother Tim put Meat on
Meat was Porky's was a great movie. It really
Yeah.
was. It was one of the best teen movies you'll ever see. It was funny and it had like a little story to it. And
Watch it now in today's climate, and you will
did.
go, "Oh my God.
Forget about it.
Trying to bang the teachers, spying on girls in the shower, grabbing stuff. Yeah.
All those 80s movies, you're like, no way.
Those were the days.
So good.
So good. Yeah. This is pretty brutal. I don't know if you guys heard about this. The cause of death of former porn star Cagney Lynn Carter.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. I was going to talk about it this morning.
Cagney Lynn Carter has been confirmed as a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to TMZ. The adult film actress who was once featured in Penthouse magazine died on Thursday, February 15th, due to suicide. According to the report, Cuyahoga County officials said her official cause of death was listed as intraoral shotgun wound, meaning she shot herself in the mouth with a shotgun. Further details about her death have yet to be revealed as the investigation is ongoing. But yeah, so she took a shotgun.
The old Kurt Cobain.
Ooh.
Had to be
By the way, guess what day it was? February 15th.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Kurt Cobain, February 15th.
Oh,
How about
that
that?
should be a holiday.
Let me check that to make sure, but I'm almost positive.
I think it's his birthday.
It was his birthday?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, but it had something to do with Kurt Cobain.
Yeah,
that's right.
February 20th was his birthday. April 5th was his
Death day.
death.
Did you see who Francis Bean Cobain married?
No.
Tony Hawk's kid?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a good combination of families.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever killing myself. I'm just too precious to do it. Like I'd feel like if there was a one pill you could take and it just happened when you were sleeping, maybe I would do it. By the way, I have no interest in killing myself. I'm saying like,
depending on like if you had some sort of terrible ailment and you were in pain and
but
all
I'm
that,
saying
whatever.
as much as I've had depression and anxiety and stuff, I've never been suicidal ever. But the last thing I would do is blow my head off.
Oh.
I mean, if I did, I certainly wouldn't put the shotgun in my mouth just for the worry that I wouldn't kill myself. Like a shotgun sprays bullets. I want something that's I would get that 50 cal and just underneath.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure there's nothing left.
A friend of mine, her boyfriend's brother, tried to kill himself, and he went to the side of the head with a gun. And when it went off, it went up, and it went out the top of his head, and he survived.
Nope.
But he's obviously not,
Like
not
the guy
well
from
now.
Seinfeld.
He needs
Yeah.
24
Remember that
hours.
guy?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That guy did it. He missed.
survived.
And he called 911 and had to tell him I tried to kill myself.
Yeah. Pooped his pants.
He was in Super Troopers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, that's sad. That really
Yeah.
Look, Artie stabbed himself 20 times.
Stabbing.
is. Artie
yourself.
wanted to punish himself.
Right in the
Artie
gut.
wanted to suffer.
Yeah.
Those people just want to die.
Yeah.
Remember the case against Judas Priest about the kid, the suicide, and the one kid shot himself. I think it was with a rifle.
A rifle.
Was it a
yeah.
shotgun or a rifle?
It was a
Something.
rifle.
But his face, and he lived, and then he had just blown up face. Oh yeah. So now your life's even worse.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like if you were going to take your own life, and now your life's worse because you look all weird and
Yeah, what happened to you? You're bad. You're even bad at that.
Yeah.
You know?
Ugh.
I would screw it up. I know for sure.
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised you don't hear this from more porn chicks.
well, the crazy thing about that too is I believe the majority of gun incidents like that where it's suicide by gun or something are male. I don't think women
Yeah.
do that as often.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
they
women's
normally
more
pill.
pills
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Isn't it hard to fire a shotgun though like that?
You would think, yeah.
eat the-
Shorty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what she had. Because I have a bullpup one, and you could do that easily with that.
How do you know?
You should try it.
I mean, I did. So
Oh, you did not. Failure.
no, it was a handgun.
What? Stop saying that stuff.
What? It's true.
Well, I want to know the details.
Oh,
What do you
no.
mean? I already told you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You danced around it a little bit.
I mean, it was I had it in my mouth. I was ready to go.
Are you serious?
Yes.
When was this?
That was last year.
You nut job.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I know what it takes to get there. It sucks.
You
But,
got
yeah.
that metallic taste still.
Yep. Definitely something you don't forget. A little gunpowder. Yeah. Because it wasn't clean. So yeah.
Did you try to
awesome.
listen to me? I would be so mad at you.
Yeah.
I'd be even madder because I'd have to clean that up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
At least go out where they put the mattress outside.
Yeah, where they puts the appliances.
Did you think maybe to rub peanut butter on the end to see if it would make it a little taste better?
I should have.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go out,
Yeah, listen, man, we can joke about it now.
I
no,
love
but
if you
I
put in the note, "Thank you, TJ Miller."
Yeah. Thank you for your chocolatey peanut butter.
the guy loves peanut butter. I'm trying to help him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a very
I'm the
lonely, very lonely time.
I'm the bad guy. Okay.
Yeah,
No, if I had a vote, who would kill themselves first? It would be Gio.
Well, no.
Not now, maybe, but in your lifespan.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I was lonely. I didn't have anybody. My body was on fire. Everything
Why
was
didn't
falling
you call
apart.
Calvin?
Actually, well, I'm not going to say, but there was a couple times
What
where
are you
he texted. There were a couple times that like I was on the brink of just sheer devastation, and
Way to
he
go,
texted
Joe.
me. Well,
Yeah.
he didn't know.
What?
I was in my room. I was isolated in my room. Galvin texted me one time, and it was really helpful. So did you, Carmen,
I
Gio?
text you?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Just how you doing?
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, my wife must have made me do that.
Probably, which I'm grateful. Because it was crazy. Like I said, my whole life was just crumbling before my eyes. My body was in extreme pain. I didn't have
If
anybody.
I fired you and then you killed yourself, I wouldn't feel guilty.
No,
You
yeah,
did it to
shouldn't feel
yourself.
Guilty, absolutely. Yeah. It was a wild
Just
time.
letting you know
Wild
for
time.
the future.
Yeah.
Although you seem pretty happy now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting there.
Oh, that was not very confident.
Well, I mean,
boy.
it's every day. Every day is different. So today's a good day.
Have you gotten any more phone calls?
No.
Oh, that's good. That finally ended.
Yeah. I got a weird email for like a last goodbye email, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
I'm
And then
glad.
she wanted to come over, and I was like, you gotta stop it.
She should get the shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's a baby in there now.
Yeah,
Don't do that
no,
to the
she's
baby.
not. She's not pregnant. I
Oh,
found
she's
out.
not pregnant?
Yeah, no, she's not pregnant.
What'd she do? Go to get boom boom tequila stairs?
Yeah, probably.
Gross.
It was
Clarence
never
Carter.
there.
Yeah, probably
No.
not. Probably not.
But now you're good.
Yeah, today I'm good.
You have a good relationship with a new girl.
Yep.
Who's nice.
Just lovely.
Okay.
Oh man, I bet you she doesn't feel any pressure.
Nah, she doesn't.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with
now,
it.
but I mean,
I'm afraid to break up with this guy.
Don't go anywhere.
Nah, that's not how it works. But thank you for your concern.
Now you just can't leave.
Nah.
Hey, we getting strawberries on Friday?
Why not?
All right. We'll line that up.
All right,
man.
deal. I'll talk to Steve.
Are we getting pancakes today?
No, I don't think so.
I wish we could get some today.
sticky buns.
Oh, I would crush some sticky buns.
My wife has, or I think it's my daughter, somebody has a sticky bun candle inside.
Oh,
If you want to take a bite out of that.
Oh yeah.
might try it. Warner Brothers will not release the new Salem's Lot movie, even though it was finished back in 2021. Stephen King says he saw it and thinks it's really good and would like to know why they're just sitting on it. It's sitting on the shelf. It's been done for 3 years, but they're not going to release it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, whether contract dispute or.
Great. Did you see the original?
I don't think so.
The original was pretty good. It's an old vampire movie.
The
but it
old
was-
Salem's Lot?
yeah.
The one where the vampire is like
In the window.
hovering over the window
Yeah.
and scratching on the.
Yeah.
That freaked me. That was
It was
freaked me
good.
out.
So I never saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do know what that is because when I went to St. Leo, my roommate Eddie, who was my friend from high school, he was doing acid, and I was in my room packing because I was dating a girl from USF, and I was getting ready to leave. And as I was packing, Eddie comes in the room, and he's like, "Do you see the flowers on the tree outside?" And I go, "No, Ed, it's winter. There's no flowers on the tree." It's like, "It's beautiful. I'm gonna go sit outside and look at it." And I go, "Okay, cool." And I'm packing my bag, and he goes, "Hey, before you leave," I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Did you ever see Salem's Lot? You know that vampire?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Just a heads up, he's outside. See you later."
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Joe's got the scene. It was super scary when I was a kid.
Is that Eli Manning in the bed?
It is. I think it is.
Don't invite him in.
Here's the thing, and I say this out of ignorance. I don't know how a book could scare you, but I say that out of ignorance because I don't really read scary books. But I can't imagine. Then there was a scratch at the window and
Well,
me being like terrified. From
But
it.
that's the thing: is a good writer is very descriptive in the way
Yeah.
that they do it and word it. It is
Yeah.
much more intense, I think.
To me, the gift of Stephen King is the idea of these things, like
Yeah.
the scenarios that he comes up with and those sort of things. And is he fun or is he dark in person?
I imagine.
No, I think he's fun.
You
I think,
so?
and I think he's got a real warped sense of humor. Probably,
that would be a
and,
blast.
He
you know.
tweets some weird stuff.
Yeah. But I will tell you, my favorite movie, Shawshank Redemption, which is based on Stephen King's short story, Rita Hayworth in Shawshank Redemption, which was a very short story, all the credit goes to Frank Darabont, who,
For making that movie,
for making that movie and writing that and making it into an actual movie and making that a great movie.
Yeah.
Because, okay, good idea and everything, but it's so good. By the way, there is a thing on YouTube that I stumbled across where it is people watching movies and you watch their reaction to the movies, and it's like a bunch of them in different boxes, and it's the end of Shawshank, and they realize the whole thing and how it comes, and they're like, "Oh my god, he was playing that." Yeah, it's funny. It's pretty interesting to watch for sure. All 5 Culkin brothers, including Macaulay and Kieran, will appear in the same project for the first time ever.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a new animated series on Prime called The Second Best Hospital in the Galaxy. Name all the Culkins.
Macaulay, Kieran,
Karen.
No.
there's
James.
No, there's another one. There's
Bill.
Hanson.
damn it.
Matthias.
No, because I remember I tweeted out one time because Kieran's the one from Succession,
Yes.
and I meant to write Kieran Culkin as my favorite Culkin, and I named a different.
Whoa.
Oh, Amber Alert!
Amber Alert. Oh.
I named a different Culkin. I named the wrong one.
How many are there total?
5.
There's 5 total. So you have
Five.
Macaulay, you have Kieran. Who else?
Marlon, Tito.
No, there is one more that I think when you hear it, you go, "Oh, that's right."
Jermaine.
I know that. The other 2 I did
Kit.
not know. What's
Oh,
that?
Kit Culkin.
No.
That's the father. That's the one I said that.
Done.
I don't know the rest of the Culkins.
Rory Culkin.
Rory.
Yeah.
He's
Rory's-
the jacked one.
He's been in some stuff. I don't know. Is he? I don't know.
I thought he was. Yeah, like
He's got the long hair.
Yeah. I just remember Girls Went Wild when he was in that TV show. Or
I
whatever.
remember he was in some death metal movie
Awesome.
where he wore like the death
Awesome.
metal. Shane Culkin
Oh.
and Christian Culkin.
What
Yeah.
about Skulking Culkin?
What about Walking Talking Macaulay Culkin? That is from. I think that was from when Jim Belushi did the rapper guy on Saturday Night Live.
No.
What Walking Talking?
Talking Macaulay Culkin, something else. Were you talking about White Guy Rap?
Yeah.
No, that was before the Culkins were even born.
Oh yeah, I guess. What was Walking Talking Macaulay Culkin?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
What is that from? That's gonna drive me crazy. I gotta look it up now.
Oh boy.
Walking, talking.
Walking, Talking.
I always thought you made that up.
No, Macaulay Culkin. How the hell do you spell Macaulay? M-A-C.
MC.
Would we
No, it's
consider
M-A-C-A-U.
Kieran Culkin the most successful Culkin?
No,
You think so?
Macaulay Culkin
No.
is
Yeah.
way more successful.
All he did was Home Alone.
Richie Rich.
Yeah, but dude, he's so set from those movies.
But
From
as
the
far
Home
as like
Alone
being a
movies.
successful actor, he did 2 movies as a kid, and that's it.
No, he did more
he
than
did
that.
more than that.
Yeah.
He was Uncle Buck.
It
Yeah.
is.
Richie
It's
Rich.
Saturday Night Live. It's the white rapper guy.
There's no way.
Yes, I'm Kevin. I worked my week. Blah blah blah. This that. Yeah, it says Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
That's
but,
the song lyrics.
but think about it. Jim Belushi doing
No.
that was in the
No. Jim Belushi. Yeah, but it was in the '80s. Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone, '80s.
That doesn't. The timeline doesn't seem to match up. I'm probably wrong. I just don't. In my head, I can't figure it out. Oh man, look at Charlie Belcher. He's on TV and these people are just staring at him while he's talking. Oh hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is.
I gotta find it now.
Oh boy. Here we go.
So he was on Saturday Night Live. Let's see. When was he on SNL?
Who are we talking about? Belushi.
Jim Belushi.
So that had to be early 80s. I would say I was probably in 8th grade, 85, 84, 85,
And when did Home Alone come out?
when we were in high school.
90.
Home Alone came out in 1990.
All right, that was after my high school.
So Jim Belushi
Yeah, Belushi was in the 80s.
on Saturday Night Live was
Who are
what
at the
years?
edge of their seats,
Yeah.
getting ready to change the station.
Macaulay Culkin doesn't have an Emmy or a Golden Globe.
I vote
He doesn't
no.
need it.
Or an Academy Award.
Kieran Culkin more successful.
Who was on Saturday Night Live from 83 to 85.
I was nailed it.
But then how is that on Saturday Night Live?
It was not. I'm telling you right now, it's a different rapper. By the way, my dates were incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
I said 1984 and 1989. It was perfect.
Macaulay Culkin is a less crazy version of Corey Feldman.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't know if
Corey-
he's less crazy.
Corey Feldman.
Remember,
is
for a couple years there, he was heavy into drugs.
Yeah.
Looked homeless.
Looked homeless.
Looked like he was going to die.
He did that Party Boy movie too.
Yeah. I recently saw him on Jeopardy, Celebrity Jeopardy, where he did very well.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't win, but he did very well, and he looked very normal. And they
He looks
call him
good now.
Mac. They okay, Mac. And didn't he date? He was dating Mila Kunis, wasn't he, for a while?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Good for you, Mac.
his Rogan episode's really good.
Oh, I never saw it.
Yeah, it's a couple years old, but it's good.
I never saw it. See, that's something I would listen to while walking.
Yeah.
How do you like
yeah.
that?
All right.
And talking.
Talking. There you go.
I don't know where it is. I'll find it sometime. So Beyonce, her new single "Texas Hold'em" is #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Song Chart.
Boy.
She is the first black woman to ever hold this spot.
Oh, they must be so mad.
There were
I
stations that
hear
wouldn't add it at first.
Yeah, I'm sure you can on some.
Yeah, there were people that were like, "We play country
Yeah.
music. That's Beyonce's not country," and then they realize the song is a
Yeah.
country song.
Don't tell Morgan Wallen; he'll be very upset.
We're not going to add that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played it on here. It sounds very much like somebody, hey, write a country song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's,
Yeah.
I think she reversed Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift started country and went pop. And so Beyonce said, what can I do to get some of that sweet, sweet
Yeah.
Taylor Swift heat?
For sure.
And she goes, I'm pop. I'll write a country song.
Taylor keeps getting the better of Beyonce.
Yeah.
Let me hear this thing. Hold on.
She keeps winning the awards. Kanye's pissed off. Jay-Z's pissed off.
I mean, just because you throw a banjo in a song.
There's a tornado.
It's a country song.
Yeah, it's somebody.
Country as anything else.
Yeah. Imagine Gretchen Wilson singing this.
Shit ain't pretty.
You'd be like, yeah, it's a hit, really. As long as you have a good singer singing it, it's a hit.
I wonder if she even wrote the song.
Oh,
no,
I
definitely
would
not.
say, I would almost
She's
say
not Taylor
100%
Swift.
she's not writing that song.
I am going to start picking Lexus when we do Red Night Bingo, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This says that she wrote it with like 4 other people.
Yeah. they're-
Brooks Dunn. Big
Seriously, it's Nathan Ferraro, Elizabeth Boland, Megan Below, Raphael Sadiq, like everybody. Hey, everybody, come in. We're writing a song.
Yeah, come on.
Everybody had a line.
I
Well,
guess.
good for you, Beyonce. I hope things work out for you. I think you're going to be a star someday.
We'll see at the CMTs.
So she is the first black woman to ever hold that spot, #1 on Billboard Hot Country Song Charts. Another
Meanwhile, what's her face is like? You're welcome, Luke Combs, Tracy, whatever faces.
Chapman.
Yeah.
Another black person, Machine Gun Kelly, got a significant portion of his upper body, from his arms to his shoulders to his chest, tattooed in solid black. He posted a picture on Instagram and said, quote, "For spiritual purposes only."
I don't understand him. He's weird. First, he was MGK. Then he didn't want to be Machine Gun. He just wanted to be Machine. And now he's got his body all black. And I don't know what he does.
I think that's fake.
I was going to
looks
say, is
fake.
that tattooed or is that just body paint?
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
looks
he
fake, but if you really want to see it, it's on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. And the story is maybe a pep version of it's up there. I don't know.
Like, has he said it's a tattoo, like anywhere, or he just the pictures out there?
The black. I think he's a blackout tattoo.
Yeah.
But there's an artist in Italy that does those, and it's like him and 2 other people that do it at the same time.
Do what?
They
Turn your
black out.
skin black? How many artists do you need for that? All you're doing is.
well, it's time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time consuming, but a part of it is the depth of that black is they have to go really deep in your skin.
Yes.
So they say it's excruciatingly painful, which is why they'll have more than one artist do it, and why some people say it's a bit of a religious or spiritual experience.
I had this one done on my forearm of my daughter's name, and I've had other tattoo artists tell me that this guy went way too deep
Yeah,
on
it's
it. That
puffed
was
up.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, puffed up. I don't care, but it was painful. But I thought it
Yeah.
was painful just because it was on the inside of my arm. So,
No,
but yeah, it puffed up.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm calling fake fish.
I say fake fish too.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't believe him, and I don't know that I'd want to live my life like that, just covered up in.
Well, who was it? Kat Von
Black.
D?
Kat Von D, I got
Has her
all her
whole-
stuff covered,
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's on some weird again with her. She's all spiritual
Yeah,
now.
she loves Jesus now.
Yeah, and even Jesus is down with tattoos. You know, I don't think he's
Yeah.
mad at the tattoo.
Nah, she's not mad at tattoos.
There is a girl I've seen on Instagram that's a guitar player, and she's got literally from her neck all the way down, all covered in black.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are like that. Yeah.
That's just, I mean, do what you want. That's just not a good look to me. I'm just like,
Yeah,
ugh.
yeah. And there, I follow this another tattoo artist who got it done her upper body, and they would do because they'll just go wild on it, and she's got streaks that went up her face, and I guess she opened one of her eyes while they were doing it.
Good for her.
And they jacked up one of her eyes.
Good.
And then she had the other one blacked out. She said she can't see because the black in where the white was doesn't reflect or absorb the light like it's supposed to, so she can't see. Yeah.
Remember, people were tattooing their eyeballs.
Yeah,
for a while.
That's
What is your life that you're tattooing your eyeball?
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
I'd like to talk to you about some of your content yesterday.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I'm calling in regards to a segment you had in regards to Navalny being murdered in Russia.
What is his name?
Navalny,
No.
the Russian opposition.
Yeah, I know who it is, but you said the name wrong twice, so I didn't know if you knew who he was.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Go
pronounced
ahead.
it wrong. But anyway, comparing him with Epstein being killed in jail and promoting conspiracy theories that are just ridiculous.
Which conspiracy theory is ridiculous?
As far as you were comparing
But what is
his
it?
murder,
No, I understand the comparison. What is the conspiracy theory?
that our government has killed Epstein.
You think
and we're
Jeffrey
no
Epstein
better-
killed himself?
If you're going to let me finish.
I'm not. I'm asking you a question. This is a conversation. You think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, or you think he was killed?
No, but what I do think is that you cannot compare Russian opposition against Putin.
But you clearly didn't listen yesterday, because what I said yesterday was that I am comparing the fact that both of our governments are responsible for murdering someone. I didn't say whether one was a good one was a bad one. I said that both of our governments are responsible for murdering someone.
So you think?
So you think?
have no proof of that.
But you have no proof. You have no proof. You have no proof of who killed Navalny either. You think?
No, but here's
he
my
was
point,
murdered?
If you would let me get it across.
You don't.
My point.
You're kind of all right.
Here's
Go ahead.
my point. If you would let me get it across.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, the country is in peril enough, and when you start comparing Russia with the United States, it's totally ridiculous. We didn't arrest 400 people for putting flowers on his memorial.
You're talking about things that don't concern me now. I didn't talk about any of that. What I said to you, what I said yesterday was, you have selective hearing. Sir.
Not you. It was Galvin or Spanish.
No, it wasn't me. So get the facts straight, dumb dumb.
And you have a large influence.
Yes, and it clearly it has gone over your head. It has gone over your head. Listen to me, okay? What I said yesterday is that both of our governments are responsible for killing someone. That is the only comparison I made. I didn't say that we should, Epstein was a good guy and this Navalny was a good guy. I didn't say any of that. I said that both of our governments are responsible for killing someone for their own good. That is what was my comparison. And I don't know what you're getting out of it.
What I'm getting is that you're comparing Russia with the United States.
Why wouldn't I?
And you cannot do that.
Why? We both did the same thing. Am I right or wrong?
Your point again, please.
Our governments both are responsible for the death of a prisoner. Okay? But there's every single fact points to a setup where Epstein was killed. Putin had this guy killed. Both of our governments killed a prisoner for their own benefit. That is my comparison. Where are you having a problem?
Did Joe Biden kill Epstein?
I don't know. Did Putin kill Navalny? You don't know. You're assuming.
Spanish,
you don't talk to me. Talk to me. You're talking to me. Talk to me. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. We're saying, I'm telling you, you're assuming that Putin had Navalny killed, but you don't know any more than you do about me talking about Epstein being killed.
Well, the point I'm trying to get across is you cannot compare the two countries.
Why not? Both of them did the exact same thing.
We didn't arrest 400 people for putting memorial flowers on.
Okay, but you're talking about something different. I'm talking about our governments being responsible for killing someone. Both of our governments did that. And the fact that you can't open the fact that
in our government when you have such a large following,
right?
That you
it's about time. It's about time somebody says the truth because ignorant people like you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. No, I'm not going to let you finish. Go get your own podcast if you want to talk at length. This is my show.
You're wrong.
Oh, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I haven't.
Want to listen to it.
You're wrong. If you
guys think it's a joke,
it's not.
Promote conspiracy.
Listen to me. What is it?
Shouldn't be even talking
so then explain to me what the conspiracy theory is.
Movies.
Ask me a question.
Talking about what you would do if you won the lotto.
I know because you're too ignorant to understand that there might be a truth out there besides yours. That's the problem. You're not going to talk over me, sir. I can guarantee you're never going to win at that game. You don't want to understand. You don't want to look at the truth and realize that there is something out there that you just want to take the red pill and not see anymore. Mm-hmm. You don't want to understand the fact that our government is responsible for killing a man in prison so that he didn't release information that could hurt a lot of powerful people, and that is Jeffrey Epstein. And you don't want to understand that.
That's possible.
That's right. So,
I'm sure that's possible.
So why wouldn't you? So why? What is the difference then that you're saying?
My point is that you're comparing the United States with Russia, and you can't do that.
I absolutely can do that. They both.
You compare to anyone.
You think Russia is so good, you should go try living there.
Listen to me.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that. At what point did you hear anybody say Russia was good?
Well, when you compare,
but I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. What point did you hear us say anything but the fact that we're both bad?
It's not a joke, Mike.
Listen, you're a joke, sir. You're a joke. You're going to talk in circles for the rest of the show. That's a perfect example of somebody who doesn't want to hear the truth. They just want to know what they think they know, and they don't want to hear that. I said yesterday that our government is responsible for killing Jeffrey Epstein. Now, do I think Joe Biden leaned in and said, have him killed? No, I don't. Probably not. Do I think Putin had this guy killed? 100%. But both of our governments have looked the other way. I mean, you can't look at a situation that is more obvious. Jeffrey Epstein, who holds the secrets to all of these powerful people in the world, all of these people who have visited his pedophile island, has all this information. They lock him in a jail. They put him in protective custody. They start off by giving him too many sheets when they weren't supposed to give him any. They put him in there with a guy who's convicted of murder and abusive murder, former cop. And then they have two guards outside his place. The guards fall asleep. The cameras all of a sudden don't work. The sheets were in his thing for him to hang himself. A guy who said he'd never kill himself. All the signs point to the fact that he was murdered. Okay, maybe I'm assuming it is somebody in the government that let that happen because they're scared of what the outcome is going to be of him blabbing. So I'm assuming it's the government. But even if it wasn't, our government knows that this guy was murdered. And where is this extensive investigation? Where is the shock of saying, how do we let this happen? This guy was murdered made to look like a suicide. The guy had no reason to kill himself. He had so much information, he probably could have gotten a very lenient sentence. This other guy is definitely killed by Putin. There's no doubt. And even Putin's like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. He doesn't care.
Sudden death syndrome.
I don't know where that makes me sound like I want to go live in Russia. It absolutely doesn't. It sounds like it's a horrible place to be, where they will kill you for for opposing the government. It's terrible. But what I'm saying is that we're doing the same thing. And if you don't see that, then you're blind. That guy shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. These are the same people that say Trump is racist, and you ask for a direct quote, they can't give you any.
Terry, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hi, yeah, I was overhearing your conversation with that guy, and he did not want to listen to you. I'll say it for you. He sounded like an idiot.
Thank you. I certainly.
Okay, that's about it.
Yeah.
Because I am totally on your page when it comes to something happened. We know he did not kill himself. I don't care what party you're for, but we know he did not kill himself.
Did not kill himself. And where is where is the postmortem outrage? Where is the world demanding answers? I mean, the fact that the guy was a bad guy.
He had too much.
The guy was a bad guy, so we're all like, he's dead, whatever. Yeah, okay, but who killed him? Don't you want to know that? Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, he had too much information. That's the thing on other people that are in the government. So, yeah. And
Thank
then you don't want to go to Russia. But, yeah, no, I agree with you.
I don't know where that came from. I don't want to go to Russia. Thank you. Frank, go ahead. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Yeah, hi, good morning. I want to just say that I also agree with Mike and the show and mainly in what you guys are saying, but I think there's a bigger comparison to be made between Navalny and what's happening with Donald Trump right now. And just imagine if Donald Trump was convicted of some of these false narratives that are being accused against him, and then one day Donald Trump just mysteriously dies in prison. So I don't think we're that far off from the Russian narrative right now, and the government.
It doesn't even have to be somebody that high up. I mean, how many times are you seeing a case on a local level where there's somebody that's got information and that guy all of a sudden it disappears?
Independent journalists die.
I mean, look at all the people that went against the Clintons. I mean, and I'm not even talking from a party line. That's just a coincidence. All those people around the Clintons just happen to die. It's insane. Thank you for your call. I appreciate it. Let's go to Sean. Sean, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, Mike, I agree with you too. And that guy wants to throw out all these examples how we're different than Russia. What about what they did to everybody from January 6th? The Nord Stream pipeline, all the same stuff that Russia's doing, we're doing, and everybody's like ignoring it.
Careful, conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, but you know what? What you're saying, it's interesting because that guy is like, oh, so he hears what you're saying. And he goes, so if you think Russia's so good, go there. You're not saying that. What you're saying is we're not good people here. Yeah, I know that's something. What we're doing is also bad. And the more people that realize
they're taking Trump off the ballot, whether you like him or not. Like, you're fixing elections, and like, this isn't a third world country. It's ridiculous.
I watched January 6th when it happened, and I was disgusted. And I looked at it and I said, this is not our country. We don't do this. This looks like a foreign country.
No, exactly.
And then when I heard the same thing with because I was against the January 6th stuff, I said this is ridiculous. We have a way that we do things, and this is ridiculous. It's not America. I absolutely said that.
Right.
And then when they tried to take Trump off the ballot, I went, this is not America. We don't do that. Let the people have the right to vote. So we're in a situation right now where we're a lot more like these awful countries that we've always been told are so bad and we're so good. And we're finding out the hard way, like that guy doesn't want to swallow the fact that we are also a bad country.
And it needs to get changed.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the call. Look, I don't. That guy was obviously bothered by what I said. And my opinion is that he's bothered because he's seeing the truth that he doesn't want to see, and he thinks that I love when you people. Nothing makes me happier than when you send me like that guy was like, talk about movies, talk about this. Don't tell me what to talk about. If you don't want to listen, no one's forcing you to listen to it. And when people tell me don't talk about politics, you don't know about politics, that translates right to you don't agree with what I'm saying. I don't know about politics. I don't know enough about a lot of things in this world, but I do know that I'm a citizen. I have an opinion, and I'm going to tell you how I feel. Sometimes talking it out makes me realize, oh, no, I wasn't right about that, or I'm definitely right about this. Sometimes talking it out helps other people understand what I'm trying to relay. So that is why I do those sort of things. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or who to vote for or how you should act. I'm telling you how I feel, and maybe by us discussing it, some good things will come out of it. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I agree with you totally, and it's kind of a shame that you can't, as an American, like you just did, say that we're kind of a bad country in a lot of respects, and a lot of people like to flip it on you. You got a huge tool. You got a huge platform. So
you should see my tool, right, sir. Yeah, it's huge.
But in contrast, what's going on right now in the world is the United States is building these proxy wars for gain, and it's apparent that nobody's talking about it. But in contrast, the Gaza Strip is only 141 square miles, and we're funneling billions of dollars over there to fight a war.
Yeah.
In contrast, again, Pinellas County is only 273 square miles. So how many bombs and bulldozers would it take to level the peninsula of St. Pete? And Taiwan's next, brother.
Yeah.
And it's your tax dollars that are going out the door, and we just don't know where that stuff's going. But it's appropriate to talk about it, and I love your show.
Hey, you don't know how happy you just made Spanish.
Everybody's making me happy today.
Spanish,
Finally.
you smiled. Thank you for the call, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. You know, I'll always remember Lionel years ago on this show, and Lionel said, the minute you start to question something, they go, conspiracy. You're a conspiracy theorist. And that implies that you're crazy. The minute you try to question something, they make you feel like you're stupid for doing it. I don't feel stupid. I don't care. Look, I don't feel stupid being wrong. I can say something, learn about it, and realize, I was totally wrong on that. That's how you learn things.
Yeah, and plus, doesn't it make you feel weird that conspiracy theorist, that term was created by the CIA? Doesn't that make you feel?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't make it feel any better at all. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, how are you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? So I'm about 20, 21, and what you guys are saying, completely makes sense. I mean, I went to college for about 6 months, and I was like, nah, this ain't for me.
Right.
Like, the amount of people that basically, like, shit talk you. I don't know if I could say it.
No,
but
you can't
the
say
amount
that.
of people that smack talk you pretty much about, like, for example, when the election was going on, I was my freshman year pretty much in high school. And you couldn't have an opinion. The mob mentality is just insane. You could say that the sky's blue, and they'll be like, no, it's purple or cream or red or whatever. It's insane.
The people don't realize the power that they give Donald Trump by being so anti-Trump. People that are so anti-Trump and so outspoken against him are the ones that make the other people go, well, why are they so anti? Like, what am I missing here? What am I looking at? What is this? What are they afraid of? And there's been a lot more people to stop and ask that question lately, and I think that's what gets a lot of people nervous. So I remember when I was your age and I had my first election, boy, I thought I was going to change the world. I was going to vote for Bill Clinton, and he was going to be the great guy and the leader, and he did this and everything. And then you realize it's all the same garbage over and over again. I don't know why that guy, the original caller, was so angry. I don't know what he heard in his head that made us say.
I think he took it as you're crapping on the United
America?
States.
I 100% am.
Yeah.
You can't
100% am.
You can't try
And
to
some
censor
people
you.
just get offended by that, no matter which way your opinion is. They just get pissed off about it for no reason.
Also, I think he was a little invested in Russia. Pop-off vodka is what it sounded like to me.
No, I don't know. I think he was old, and I think old people get are very sensitive. I don't mind somebody calling the show and telling me I'm wrong or that they disagree with me. That's fine, but you can't not answer the questions. You can't not present an argument and not have anything to back it up. So.
Well, especially then when he started saying, "Oh, well, Russia, you can't put flowers," and nobody's talking about that, bro. We're talking about one specific incident,
one specific thing that made me realize, and it all stemmed from a meme that I put up of Navalny, being murdered, and then I put a picture of Epstein. Bottom and I said, but nobody is saying anything about this. And people are like, well, you can't compare the two because one's was trying to make change and the other one was a pedophile. Yeah, they were both still killed by their own government. It was murdered by the powers that be. How is that not scary to everyone?
Why do you think we don't push Trump more on that?
On what?
On the Epstein stuff.
We haven't had an opportunity to.
Right. But why do you think nobody seems to push him on it at all?
Well, because he was the only one that cooperated with authorities and went in for questioning when they brought him in. Nobody else did.
Because he said hasn't he said that didn't really know Epstein, but then there was tons of documents. He's mentioned countless times.
So I thought about
this
too. I don't want to make it seem like I'm defending Trump because I'm not. I don't know.
It was Trump's administration when Epstein died.
I don't know Trump's relationship other than a couple of times I've seen them at functions in pictures together. I said the other day, I said I'm old enough now where I can't remember. Like if I meet a girl and that girl's like, oh, I remember we made out one time, and I'd be like, I don't remember. That's where I'm at in age. I can't remember everybody I met. Now it'd be Donald Trump, an international businessman who is a bit of a celebrity, and now all of a sudden became president. Can you remember everybody that you met? And they did. I know. Oh yeah, we met that Epstein guy, and he found out he was a bad guy. But I don't know. We met him at a wedding one time, or we sat at a table with him for another function. That doesn't mean that they're now. Am I defending Trump? No, he probably went to the island and got a couple of HJs from some girls. I don't really know.
Didn't he show up like countless times in all the documents?
Yeah, he was on the list for sure.
He was on the list.
Yeah, but so was Ellen DeGeneres. I don't believe the list.
But so
there's tons of pictures, and it was the Trump administration in power when this happened. But it seems like he doesn't get pressed on it.
But I don't think there's been an opportunity to.
But question, you can go watch when he went in and talked to the FBI about Epstein.
You can see all that. He was the only one that when they asked everybody to come in for questions, he was the only one that came in. And there's also something fundamentally that I think is much different that people don't give our country credit for. The president can only do so much. He's not having anybody killed. That's the CIA and what the FBI do. Where a dictator like Putin in Russia, he's the one pulling the strings. Right. That's not how it works here.
Right. And by the way, I say the government, but the truth is Bill Gates could have got to him.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of money, you have that kind of money, you get things done. But what I'm saying is, where is the
public outrage?
Public outrage for the fact we're all happy he's dead because he was a pedophile, but who killed him? How did it happen? And if this was your uncle, you'd be really mad about it. But because he was a bad guy, everybody's like, whatever.
But like I said, doesn't that kind of fall on Trump's watch?
I don't know. I don't know who.
I mean, he was in charge at the time.
He was in charge of the country.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
we're saying that the government is the one that killed him somehow.
Yeah,
but see, you're saying
like
Trump.
that.
Yeah, but you're saying Trump is the government. That's not. There are thousands of people that don't believe that.
He was in charge at the time, and there's countless documents showing that he was on the island, did things with Epstein. There's tons of pictures. Yet he doesn't seem to get pressed much on it.
He was pressed. He was the only one that showed up for questioning when they called everyone in for questioning when all this stuff broke.
Pressing him because there was nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing there. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know where you're coming from, but you can go look up
everybody's
transcripts.
like, how come we're not doing anything? But you would think that you would be going after these people more. Like, why are we not?
You mean the same Department of Justice that lied under oath and had a bunch of people sign a document saying the Russian dossier was real? Those people, why aren't they doing anything?
You're going to make that guy so mad now.
Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about?
I'm saying, why are we not doing anything? We're not going after any of these people.
I agree with you, and that's
but there is no public outrage
because
for it,
they
is what I'm
spin
saying.
it because they spin it into making red versus blue, and that's what all these things end up boiling down to. Is they find some way.
You find out that all these people were involved. Donald Trump was involved. All the Clintons were involved. All these people were all involved.
I gotta be honest,
but whichever side you seem to fall, if you're red or blue, you just like kind of ignore that.
Two heads of the same snake. You were right.
It's ridiculous.
If somebody leaned in and said, Biden did that, I go, oh. If they leaned in and said, Trump did that, I go, oh. Yeah, well, I don't really care. I just kind of want to know who did it.
Yeah.
I just want to know the secrets.
If you're a Trump fan, he was Scott Clean. If you're a Clinton or a Democrat, it was this. It's so
I'm going to change my narrative. I now said Bill Gates had him killed.
Yeah.
Bill Gates paid enough to have him killed.
Bill Gates is just killing all of us slowly through the food that he provides.
I would say it was definitely somebody who is elite, which Trump certainly is.
Oh, for sure.
Could have been part of it. Could have been any of the people that are on that list that have a ton of money, and they go, we don't want him to talk.
He's the one guy that's in all these. He's the one guy that had nothing to do with it. Come on.
I agree with you.
It's ridiculous.
Finally, in news, and this kind of ties in with all of the stuff, there was a story online alleging that Kid Rock and Jason Aldean canceled their New York dates for the You Can't Cancel America tour in support of Donald Trump.
What?
That is false. It was actually originated by a satire website.
The Onion.
It's totally fake. People were freaking out. They canceled and they're not going to play New York because they're supporting Donald Trump. It's not even true. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That is it for news.
All right, let me grab a couple of these phone calls. I said I would if you held on. Let's go to figure this out. Mary, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. Mary.
Hi.
Yes, dear.
Hi. I just had a couple of little things. Bill Barr went to see Epstein, and he was dead within a few hours of that.
Well, that's not true. That's been proven to be not true. The New York Post had reported that, and then they had to retract that. So that was not true. Although that isn't a sexy story, though. The Attorney General goes, and the next day he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not true.
I've never seen where it wasn't true. Also, I heard that either Epstein or his girlfriend had something to do with Trump meeting Melania. I don't know if that's actually true. It's just something that I have seen. And the guy who gave Epstein the sweetheart deal in Florida, where he only had 2 weeks in jail, ended up in a cabinet member of Trump's cabinet.
I'm having a hard time understanding anything that you're saying between the bell in the back and your horrible accent. It's just driving me nuts. I don't know what she said, but I do know that the Bill Barr story has been debunked. He supposedly he visited him in jail, and the next day he died. And then the New York Post had to retract that because it did not happen. And then the Attorney General's office had to come out and say the Attorney General does not make visits to jail, so that none of that was true. All right, let me go to Reed on line 6. Good morning, Reed. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, what's going on, man? First time caller.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I kind of, I'm not saying I agree all the way, but I kind of agree with the first caller.
The guy who said I was wrong.
No, maybe not that, but I was listening to it, yesterday as well, and I called and I kind of got nervous and hung up. But I kind of felt the same way. Like that was a little bit of a stretch. And I know some, I'm not against Trump or I'm not against, Biden, whatever. But I know some Trumpers going to take that and run with it. And it's going to be on Twitter and it's going to be the new conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? So it's
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a couple of questions, and we'll just talk about this together. And I'm just being honest. Do you know some of the facts about Epstein's death? Like, do you know what I was saying before about him having the sheets and the cameras not working and the guard falling asleep? Do you know all that stuff?
Yeah, which is suspect.
Yeah, it's suspect. It's very suspect. And when you hear that, you go, well, the logic tells me he was probably killed. And all I was saying was Putin having this guy killed and somebody in our government having Epstein killed to protect the people that are probably involved at Epstein, they're very similar. And the problem is there's no public outcry for who killed Epstein because he was a bad guy. And the guy in Russia wasn't a bad guy. He was, in fact, a good guy. So, everybody's all sad over that, but nobody wants to question the fact that how easily they got to Epstein and killed him.
Which is funny to me, and I think, I don't know all your co-hosts, but one of them said, like, and I think you were kind of saying, somebody said something, the first caller asked, like, hey, was it Biden that did that? And it wasn't. It was Trump's
administration.
Administration in there. Yeah. So I mean, like, we don't get those questions because it was Trump, and no one wants to say, Trump has something to do with it.
Listen to me. Trump's name was on the list. He does, like Gio pointed out, have pictures with Epstein. He may have had a lot to lose if Epstein started talking. So is it possible that Trump had him killed? Yes. Does that make it any better? No. That's still our government responsible for the murder of a prisoner to protect themselves. That's what I'm saying. The outrage is not there to figure out what happened and how he died. Everybody just goes, oh, yeah, well, he was a bad guy. And they just blow it off. Right. That's the only comparison I was making.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I just think that maybe the caller, he wasn't, maybe he was a little bit, mad or whatever. He was a little upset.
For some reason, he thinks that I was saying that Russia is so much better than us. I wasn't saying that at all. I was just saying we both do bad things. For some reason, because Epstein was a pedophile, there's less of an outrage that he was murdered. So I don't care that Epstein died, but I do care about what if that was my uncle in jail, and my uncle deserves his day in court in America. That's how we operate. You don't just murder him. Right. We would have gang got Epstein while he was out on the streets, and we would have killed him there. One of the fathers of one of those girls from Epstein Island could have killed him. That's just not what we do here in America. And that's all I was comparing it to. So I appreciate your call, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's the character of the guy, Epstein, that kind of maybe threw the caller off and threw me off a little bit. But, but like, if you would have said someone like, and I'm not trying to cause anything like this, but he would say like, oh, yeah, government kills, like Martin Luther King or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Some guy that was.
Do you think there's not a chance that the government did kill Martin Luther King?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think that one would have flew over a little better than the F, out there doing whatever he's doing with little kids and stuff.
I hear you, man.
I get your sentiment, though.
All right.
I listen to you guys.
I appreciate you. Thanks, buddy. Carmen, is my dad on the hotline?
He is.
Pull him up real quick.
Okay, gotcha.
Dad, you're on the air.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know you have to go, so if you have to go, let me know. But if you can, my father worked at Rikers Island, one of the worst prisons in the country, and certainly now one of the most worst corrupt places you could ever work, where nobody wants to work there anymore because guards are getting killed. Can you give me a real assessment of the Jeffrey Epstein situation? Is there any possible way in the world that he really killed himself? And I'm saying that from a point of view of somebody who was a corrections officer, not a just basically from what you know about being with somebody in protective custody. Is there any way in the world all of that stuff could have gone wrong at the same time? The guards fell asleep, the camera didn't work, he had extra sheets in his prison. Is there any way that's possible?
I say yes. It's my opinion that he did hang himself. Now, was he made to hang himself? Different story.
So you're saying that in order for him to get maybe like some aid to his family or something, or maybe his family was threatened if he didn't do it. So you're saying he did do it to himself, but he was given the tools to do it.
Yeah, and there's too many people to be involved in this if somebody went in his cell and hung him. I mean, how come the 2 officers were asleep? Were they drugged? How come you're not hearing anything from the 2 officers? It's my understanding that they were terminated.
Well, I know they were reprimanded. I don't know that they were terminated. I know that they. I mean, is that? I mean, I would think that in some cases, if you're watching somebody in custody and you fall asleep and because nothing's going on, that guy's in there, you're out there, it gets pretty boring. You doze off. But 2 people falling asleep and at the same time the camera not working, doesn't that just seem all like too much of a coincidence?
Yes, but what if they were drugged to fall asleep?
So it may not be.
My point there is, why aren't they talking if they were involved in it? There's too many people to be involved if it was a direct murder. That's why I say he was given an alternative. You either do it or we have it done. And the way we have it done is going to be very painful for you.
I got to tell you, I think I still would rather be murdered than hang myself. I don't know that I could bring if I have the strength to do it.
Would you like to be stabbed 32 times?
No, I don't think I'd want that either. Yeah.
You're in prison for life anyways.
That's true. I'm going to get it eventually.
Yeah, like it's now or by your own hand or down the road.
Well, I would think you would rather die of old age than stabbed 32 times.
That is true.
So you think that they gave him enough of the sheets, turned the cameras off, drugged the guards, or made the guards look the other way and said, "Hey, there'll be an extra bonus in your check," and I
don't think the 2 officers were involved. I really don't. I think they were either drugged to go to sleep. Too many people. How come his girlfriend is not talking? She knows just as much as he does.
Well, she's bargaining right now. She'll be the one to. If she doesn't turn up dead soon enough, she'll be the one to take some people down for sure.
All right. What you have to do is you have to look at who were his visitors that came there, who spoke to him.
Right. Well,
too many people involved. Too many people involved. If he didn't do it himself.
Wow. But you don't believe that he just one day woke up and said, "All right, I got to kill myself." You believe that he was coerced into doing that.
Exactly. That's what I believe.
I love that you'll still defend your people. There's no way the guards did it. There's no way the guards had anything to do with it.
Well, it just doesn't make sense that 2 of the officers, and you notice I say officers and not the guards.
Yeah, my bad.
2 of the officers fell asleep while they were watching them. Well, if that be the case, somewhere along the line, then they're going to open their mouth about this. I don't care how much money you say that they were paid. I say that they were drugged to go to sleep.
Yeah, if I was paid and then told to keep my mouth shut, I'd still be worried that then I was going to be in a 1-car accident at some point just to tie up loose ends.
Right. So you'd want to be protected, and you'd want to give up some information.
I just can't see. Now, I don't know who visited him. There was a rumor that the Attorney General, Bill Barr, went to visit him, and it turns out that was not true. The New York Post reported that, but then they had to retract it because it was not true. All right, I just wanted to get your opinion on that because somebody called and asked this morning. I compared the lack of outrage over Epstein's murder to the fact that everybody was getting an outrage over that Putin had this guy Navalny killed in Russia, and people are losing their minds because I compared the United States to Russia. Not all people, just one crazy guy that called me. So I just wanted to.
Right, yeah, but like I heard you say earlier, nobody really gave a damn that he's dead.
Right. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
If he'd have been a civil rights leader, or if he had been somebody who was an outspoken trans person, and then there'd be a group of people that cared. But because he was a pedophile, everybody's like, "Oh well, he dies, he dies."
Right. Right. But like I said, I think he did it himself, but he was forced to do it.
That's probably likely. All right, I appreciate your inside information. Get me into the foot doctor for the love of God, will you?
Okay, if you give me a call at your next break, you're in.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
I will continue.
I'll say it for you.
Let's not get crazy.
Gave him the old Frankie Five Fingers.
Yeah. Like, hey, you gotta do it. Like, I think that when we had talked about that a long time ago when it first happened, I forgot that was his theory. But who does he have to protect? Like who? Like they can't go to Epstein and say we're going to kill your kids. I don't even know that he has any kids or what
He
is.
does not.
Yeah.
So
He had very little family, but I think it's more of the fact of the people he was trying to protect.
But also, like your father said, is either you do it or we do it. You're not going to like the way we do it.
Yeah.
You can take yourself out in a manner where it's a lot easier for you as opposed to us stabbing you, like you said, 32, 60 times,
Or
whatever.
doing
You know?
what Marilyn Manson did to Juice and Sons
Yeah,
of Anarchy.
yeah.
We
I
don't
mean,
need
all that
either.
stuff. Yeah, or we keep you alive for a while. We just keep torturing you.
So it says the guards were indicted for falsifying records because they signed off that they had checked on him like they were supposed to.
But they were asleep.
And then video surveillance showed that they hadn't checked on him for 8 hours. And instead they were surfing on the computer, taking naps. And then later on, that's what they were indicted for. And they cut a deal to avoid jail time eventually at the end.
So they cut the deal, avoid jail time, and all of a sudden their Swiss bank account has.
So they signed off saying, we're doing everything we're supposed to. Then they went back and looked at the videos and they saw them hanging out on the
Weird that
computer.
that video worked.
Yeah. But the other two videos were
gone.
What were you going to say, Carmen?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, I see all your phone calls. I will get to them, but we are running very late, and it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to names we have for things. Dear names we have for things. Seriously? We have a lot of names for different things. Some make sense. Some could maybe use some work. If you say you're having a heart attack, it's pretty clear what's wrong with you. Or if you have a collapsed lung, that's where your lung collapses. Got it. But could you imagine having terrible feet that hurt and you're embarrassed by them, and then you go to your doctor looking for some sort of relief, and the doctor says, you got hammer toes. I'm sorry, is there a medical name for that? Nope, you got hammer toes. There's got to be a better name. When was the last time you called someone a genius and actually meant it? Almost never? Like if you're talking about Einstein, okay, genius, makes sense. But most often, you're talking about some jackass in the parking lot of the mall. Look at this genius trying to park a truck in a compact car spot. BBW? That stands for Big Beautiful Woman. Let me make this perfectly clear. To be a BBW, you have to have all three prongs. You can't have 2 out of 3. You can be a BW, you can be a second B and W, or you can be a BB, like Jason Momoa. He's big and beautiful.
True.
We've all seen plenty of big women that certainly aren't beautiful. I was watching one of my favorite shows the other night, Vanderpump Rules, and stupid Tom Schwartz said he was sober curious. That's where you're drinking, but you're thinking about stopping drinking. In other words, everyone that has ever been out drinking. That's what you do after you get blottoed. You spend the next morning telling yourself, you got to get your crap together. Sober curious? That's not a thing. Stop making up names for things and expect everybody to know it. I'm just going to start making up stuff and putting it out there like everyone should know what I'm talking about. In fact, just so you guys know, I am now fit curious. That is me wondering what it would be like to have 6-pack abs. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to names we have for things.
I'm breakfast curious right now.
Yeah.
Strongly breakfast curious.
I get it.
Yeah.
Abs would be great. Like, that would be cool.
You would-
They're all right.
But
I
here's
think
the
so.
funny thing, and I've always equated this to women getting a breast enhancement. Is guys getting abs. That would be the same thing. It wouldn't be us getting junk bigger or doing anything. It would be having abs.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a rumor that a lot of guys, a lot of male celebrities are doing that.
Yeah.
And Megan Thee Stallion specifically called out like Drake or someone like that for doing that.
Oh yeah,
Ab
Yes.
surgery.
Well, here's the thing.
Drake doesn't need abs.
Here's the thing: is you need to make sure you have that fat out of there. So they got to suck the fat out and then put in the abs, but you can't get that fat back over it because then you just have fat stomach that grows over it.
But you could also do lipo,
familiar.
get it removed, and it makes your workouts. It's almost like steroids. Like you have to work out for steroids to work. But
Right, right.
again, if you get lipo and you're already kind of in shape, then those abs will appear.
Yeah, they start
You know-
popping.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Drake, was that real, Carmen?
Yes. She Megan Thee
No,
Stallion.
no.
Oh.
Was his video real? With
You know,
his
his-
Oh, I don't know.
No way.
It could be. It very possibly could be. But
No Canadian has a wiener.
you don't know, or do you?
Degrassi's packing.
Oh yeah, I could believe that. That's not hard, but just the way what he was doing, just
Weird.
Exactly.
Weird.
Right?
Yeah, it was
But
weird.
what I'm saying was that even him? Was that him for sure or no?
No one knows.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's where as good as cell phones are now,
Yeah,
like his
right.
face was all blurry and
And that's the thing with Gio, with how good cell phones are now. Like you can zoom into the moon and see the flag, but you can't
like every phone shoots in 4K.
unblur him.
No one is zooming into the moon on their cell phone and seeing the flag.
Those
Well, I
Google
know
Pixels
that.
are pretty wild.
But have you seen those? The people that can zoom into the moon and see like craters and stuff.
We got
Yeah.
a blurry photo that's 2 feet away.
Right.
Stephanie, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hi, good morning, Mike. Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
I just wanted to weigh in on the whole Jeffrey Epstein Trump thing.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit nervous.
Okay, you're all right.
Thank you. So in 2002, Trump did an article in the New York Magazine where he said that he's known Jeff for 15 years, and alongside that, he said along with his ex-wife Marla Maples and Tiffany and Eric Trump, the former president flew on Epstein's private jets multiple times, first appearing on his flight logs in 1993. And then the most recent documents that were released, I believe it was in 2024, he is named in those documents 4 times. However, there's no indication what he has committed, whether there are any wrongdoings, and he has not been charged yet.
Right.
So I think there's more of a tie with Epstein Island and Trump that you and others are specifically.
Oh
the
no,
Trump
I don't.
Republicans.
Listen to me. I don't deny that at all. I just got through saying somebody had him killed. I don't deny that whatsoever.
You literally just said if it was Trump, you could believe that. If it was somebody
I was
else, you
saying
could
we
believe
should be asking all these jerk offs what's going on.
Yeah, my only question in this whole thing about the Epstein thing is why there wasn't more public outrage as to who killed him or how he died. That's it. I don't know. Trump could be very well. Could be a #1 visitor to Epstein Island. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. He seems to like young girls. He likes to grab them by the pee. I get it. I am not defending him at all. What I'm saying is, where is the public outcry for the fact that this guy was murdered under watch? That's so. And then everybody looks at this guy in Russia and goes, "Well, that's awful." Well, that's awful. What about this? It just happened over here, and we've already passed it. I have no doubt in my mind that Trump had some sort of association with Epstein, and maybe he went to the island. All these celebrities that are on the list that went to the island. I don't know what their involvement is, but I'm not surprised by any of it.
Yeah. I appreciated being able to hear your dad, though, because of course, with him having the background that he does in Rikers Island and stuff, I think that he brought up a very good point. Now, whether or not it's true is going to revolve around whether or not the officers or whatever they're called, the jail persons who were on duty the night that Epstein died. But I thought I had never heard that kind of perspective or even just that kind of thought being tossed around in the news. So I really appreciated being able to hear him say that because it gave me kind of another view to look at. Like, what if he wasn't murdered, but the people at the jail were either forcibly not put to sleep, but drugged or paid off or whatever. And so I think that definitely should be something else that opens up the conversation about what happened, because that's a very real possibility.
But here we are, years after the guy died, and no one's really talking about it.
Yeah.
So I thank you for your call, Punkin. You did good. I appreciate it.
Maybe the reason people aren't talking about it is because A, he was a horrible person.
Yeah.
And B, a lot of the people that we really like a lot were heavily involved.
Well, but here's the deal. I don't care if every one of them burns on that list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
No, I'm just talking like in
right,
general. That's
right,
probably
but-
why, like, oh, listen, I don't want to talk
But
about
it's
that.
why the news isn't talking about it
That
because
too.
God knows how many people high up in the news. That Roger Ailes
involved as
guy was
well.
awful. I
Yeah.
mean, he could have. Yeah. So I don't really know, but it just to me it seems kind of hypocritical that we're so like, oh, Putin, and you don't have any more proof that Putin killed that guy than that Trump or whoever had Epstein killed. But the association is there, the intent is there. It probably is true in Russia. Why aren't we outraged about this?
It just shows you how the elites have so much control over everything.
Yeah,
everything.
It's sometimes it's really easier to just sit back and pretend you don't know anything and just keep go on living your life as an idiot.
Is nuts.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the call, Stephanie. I must take a break. Gio sent me a story that I have seen in a bunch of different places that I don't understand how this is a news story. Taylor Swift is wearing a Chiefs championship hat.
Oh, people are upset.
Upset?
Yes.
I thought they were like, oh, it's so cute.
No, if you're not a Chiefs fan or a Swiftie, you are pissed.
Oh, brother.
She is Super Bowl champion Taylor Swift gallivanting around the world.
What a
She's
monster.
supporting her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She's a monster,
Her
Carmen.
fake boyfriend, but
Yeah, totally, 100%.
A true champion. Wait till she gets a ring. That's when
Oh, my God.
people
Game
are
over.
lose their mind.
God. Look, I don't care.
Oh, I don't care.
What she does.
I think she's great.
I think it's adorable that she wears the hat. I thought it was so cute when she sang and changed the words to dating a guy on the Chiefs in one of her songs. I'm
Yeah.
going to see her in Miami, and I'm very excited about it.
Oh, are you really?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, nice.
100% I'm going.
You're going?
I'm going, yeah.
To see Taylor Swift.
Yes.
By yourself.
No.
He's gonna wear a blonde wig.
Yeah.
Me and Peter go.
Oh, nice. That'll be good.
No, me and my wife and my daughter and one of her friends.
You're all
We're
in
gonna
now.
go.
When they were here, you were like, I'm not going to any of
Wow, yeah.
I don't want to be anywhere near the stadium, but I would love to be in a suite for the show.
Yeah.
Because there's some lazy and I don't like people. But other than that, I do like the music. But plus now between then and now, my daughter went from being moderate Swiftie to full Swiftie, which means I know all the words to all the songs and I'm invested in it as well.
Look at you.
I love the visual of you dancing to Shake It Off while you're
I
there.
told my daughter, I looked at her and I said, you better be prepared.
I love it.
Because I am
I love
dancing,
it.
singing. I'm doing the whole thing.
Where is he? Where is Taylor Swift going to be?
Miami.
Oh, and you guys are going? Okay. Right on.
Nobody will.
What are you going to wear?
Dude.
Yeah,
What
get something
era?
with sequence.
I have a shirt from our Christmas card that says we are never getting back together. I might wear that.
Yeah.
Oh, you should wear your Swelsey jersey.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. That's kind of a man's wear for the, for the
Yeah,
shirt.
you can wear any Kansas City Chiefs gear.
Yep.
is
I got my own
acceptable.
friendship bracelet. I'm ready to go.
So do you have silver shoes? You should wear those.
I do have silver
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
I have two
They
pairs
hurt-
of silver
yeah,
shoes.
They hurt his feet, though.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, don't
I
wear
really
those.
do.
Don't wear those.
But
You
I'm
won't
going
be
to the
able
foot
dance.
doctor after the show today, thanks to my dad.
Nice.
So,
You got tickets already?
yeah.
Hell
Where you
yeah.
sitting? Where you
They went
sitting?
on sale months ago.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah, thank you. I know the words.
Yeah, me too. I like that song.
Taylor Swift Miami tickets, pricey.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Is this the most expensive ticket you've ever purchased?
I
For an
think
event?
the most. It's probably the most I've spent for 4 tickets. But the most expensive ticket I ever paid for one ticket, I think, was when I bought that Pearl Jam ticket for New York.
Yeah.
And also, I have not gotten any emails from Pearl Jam saying, "Hey, you were selected to buy tickets for the city, so I have no tickets right now, and I'm stressing out about it."
Sorry, Michael.
Will the Taylor Swift Miami concert cost you more than the Super Bowl?
Oh, good.
For 4 people, probably.
Oh, wow.
Probably.
Yikes.
I can't believe that my wife let us buy those Super Bowl tickets.
Yeah,
She- I know.
once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
I get it, Gio. The logic is there, but
Yeah.
you're not married to the same woman I'm married to, which I have to give
And
her
make
credit.
more money. It's fine.
This is what I found out yesterday. Okay, does anybody know what their credit score is in this room?
Not
No.
good.
No.
I know because I went yesterday to get a car, and I know that when I was dating Amanda, my credit score was in the 400s, and it wasn't just because I was poor. But it was because I didn't pay anything on time. I was just like, oh, I'll do it next month. I'll do it. Not realizing how bad it was damaging my credit.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents or my mother had bad credit, so I just assumed that's just what happened to everybody. And then Amanda came to me and she said, this is when we were just dating. She said, I don't need to know all of your information or your finances or whatever, but if you would trust me and give me your access to your bank account, I will pay all of your bills for you on time. And I said, yeah, I don't care if you know how much I make or what you do, or we're living together. And she said, okay, because we weren't sharing bank accounts yet. And I said, okay, so we direct deposited the check into my account, and she took over the accounting. And nothing really had changed much more than the fact that she was paying the bills and still to this day is in charge of the finances. And my credit score that was once in the 400s is now at 859.
Nice.
859. The guy was like, at 859, you could probably get a $2 million loan just walking in with your credit score. And I was like, well, don't give it to me because I don't want it. But that's incredible. I've never, I'm very proud of that, but I had very little to do with it. She definitely is the one that got me there. So I appreciate that. I never thought that would happen. I just thought at some point, by the time I'm 30 or so, because it's like every 7 years and it recycles and you start paying, like maybe when I'm around 30, I'll be able to have good enough credit to buy a house. Never knew that she would go ahead and get me where I needed to be.
So you started dating her and your credit score went up and stuff. I started dating my wife and then I married her and accrued all her debt. She actually didn't have a lot. Yeah. But I tend to pay everything off. I like to pay for stuff in cash. I like to pay for it right away. I don't like to do any loans. I don't like to, almost all the cars I buy, I just buy straight out. You know what I mean? I don't like to finance or do any of that stuff, which I know you have to do some. I have a credit card that I'll put stuff on just to pay it off to make, a little, hey, look at this guy. He's doing it, Hey, way to go, guy. But back to the tickets. I don't think there is a show that you can go to, a show, sporting event, anything, that if you want at least decent tickets, you're not paying at least $400 to $500 per ticket.
When I used to go to... When Moose and I first started hanging out in the early 90s, and we used to go to concerts at the Rocket Club, we were paying $25 to see great bands at the Rocket Club. Then bands like Extreme and those sort of hair bands would make their way to the Sundome, and those tickets would be $40, $50 if you want really good seats. Then Bon Jovi would come, and that maybe push it closer to $90 a ticket. That's what you're paying now. Tickets or Beyonce tickets, I remember, were like $600 each.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh, bleeders are $150.
Yeah, and I'm not ever sitting up there. So if I have to go get decent seats, I paid probably $1,000 for Billy Joel tickets for the Saturday that I can't even go to.
The worst is the fees. They get you on every single ticket. You'll pay the price of a ticket in fees.
But you know what? I'm not mad at them either. It's a business. That's how you make money.
But also wasn't there a thing Biden was doing with that where they had to show you the fees up front? I think there was a thing that was passed.
Not my Biden.
Because I have seen some of the stuff where they go, here is the ticket price. All in, here's the ticket price. Because they do that to you where you go, $275, all right, $275, and then you get done, it is $380, and you're like, what? I thought it was $275.
Yeah, dude. But it's like you have to go through one company. How is that not a monopoly?
Yeah. And then the resell, too.
You can't go through, it's you have to go through Ticketmaster or Live Nation.
By the way, here's the great thing with Ticketmaster is, have you ever sold tickets? Like if you do StubHub or Ticketmaster?
They take a cut.
On the way back, too. Yep. Yeah, so you have to pay all those fees on the upfront. Yeah, and then whenever you go to sell them, they're like, all right, if you list them for $400, you get $280 or whatever. I don't know exact price, whatever. But they take a nice.
We'll take a little piece of that too.
My God,
crazy. Right, so on Saturday, May 18th, my favorite band in the world, Pearl Jam, is playing in Las Vegas at the Gardens Arena at the MGM Grand. Would be an excuse for me to dip over to LA. Dip over from LA to Vegas, stick around, see the show. One general admission ticket. One.
So
on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. $4,993.
Come on.
It's on StubHub.
Yeah, that has to be resale. Yeah.
But that's insane. That's insane.
But Vegas, that's not that much.
All right, where do you want to go? Vancouver?
Where's like a mid-level town?
Inglewood, California?
Sure.
Inglewood always up to no good? All right, let's see. I want one ticket. Let's see. The floor area, $1,794. That I would go to. If that was in Fort Myers or anywhere closer, I would pay the $1,700 and go for that.
Do you remember one of the greatest things? Mike and I went out to see UFC out in Vegas, and I had bought tickets because we were supposed to get tickets, and I wasn't sure, but I wanted to make sure I had backup. But then we wound up getting the tickets, so I had to sell the tickets, and I had 4 of them, and somebody bought 3 of them because I didn't do the thing where you have to buy them. And so I had one ticket, and I had it with me, and we were walking to the venue, and I think it was actually the MGM Grand Arena. And we're going, and I'm like, I got one ticket if anybody wants to buy one ticket. And we're walking along, and I hear a guy go, oh, well, then we just need one ticket for Brian or whatever. Then I go, I have one ticket. And they're like, how much you won for it? And I don't know, it was $200 or something. I go, I paid $200, and they go, we'll give you $175. And I go, deal. Let's go. And then we walked in. It was great. Which, by the way, do you realize you and I believe, went to UFC 100? Was it 100 that we went to?
I don't remember
there
the
was
number.
Lesnar versus Mir?
Couture.
Was it Lesnar Couture? Okay, Lesnar versus Mir, I think, was 100. So Lesnar versus Couture, I'm not sure what that was. But anyways, lower. They're almost up to 300.
Wow.
It was 298 the other day.
They have like one every other day.
Yeah, but they'll do a lot of fight night.
Yeah.
They'll do a lot of this and that, whatever. Yeah, but up to...
apparently there's going to be a big lineup, too. They've teased.
Yeah.
I was going to go to the one in Miami, but I'm out of town for that one. That's going to be a good one. That's Sugar Shane, whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
O'Malley. Yeah. So that'll be...
speaking of which, our buddy Kevin from Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, they're having tryouts.
How do you try out for bare knuckle? You just go punch a guy in the face?
Yeah, you get in there and fight, I guess. Yeah, but they're having tryouts. It's happening this Saturday out at Jackson Wink Smith Brothers Gym, which is on State Road 52 in Hudson. Chris Lytle is going to be out there, former UFC guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be out there.
He fought the one time that we went at the event.
Guest fighter Jay Jackson is going to be out there. They start 11 a.m. registration and 12 p.m. start. You can go to bkfc.com/tryouts.
Joe, you going to try out?
Who would be a good bare knuckle fighter?
Who do we know? They could go. Remember, Batista did it for a while. Batista went out there and did MMA.
Yeah.
But this is so this is Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, which we've talked about before and have gone and
What do they do if they go to the ground? They get up.
They
or
don't go to the
stay?
ground.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all
saying like
boxing.
if you knock somebody down, you just walk away from it.
Yeah, you can hit them, but yeah.
It's boxing rules.
But
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's I mean, just nothing.
Yeah.
They have the wraps on their hands.
Yeah.
It's not even like the gloves of UFC.
I know. And it makes sense, though, that the women beat each other up more than the men because,
Why?
well, because every time I've seen like a guy, a heavyweight connect with the other guy, they're
It's done.
dude.
Yeah, they just hit them and they're out and stuff.
Yeah.
Where meanwhile, women are like doing 90 face shots. And you're like,
Yeah.
good lord,
It's brutal, man.
Remember the one girl that was doing the interview afterwards, and she's all sewed up, and she goes, "I thought it was a good fight." We're like, "Oh my god!"
I don't know.
It is really. Listen, we've said it before. Anytime it comes around, definitely go check it out. But if you want to try out, who do we know they could try out for bare knuckle
I
fighting?
think it's somebody with big meaty paws.
Frankie from Cafe Chibo.
Dude, you just hit me in the face.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's one thing now. Obviously, I'm 70 years old, but my dad has the biggest fist ever.
Yeah.
Like he's got big meaty hands like that. Somebody like that could. I don't know. I'm trying to.
I know he would never do it, but I would love to see Wells's big body in there beating up somebody.
No way. That's
He's also
sloth ain't
too
going anywhere. Yeah.
Like any of your son's friends that you're like, oh, look at this big old kid.
No, but no, they're all little twinks like my son. But the one day they were all in the kitchen. I walked in and I go, "Who are you?" And the kid's like, "I'm Bill." And I go, "Congratulations, you're Joey's one friend I don't want to beat up." It was huge.
Let's send in Chatty Daddy.
Oh yeah,
He already punched the eyebrows
he's
off his
athletic.
face.
Yeah, he used to do one of the fighting things.
He did?
Yeah,
Oh.
I want to say
Ultimate twing fighting?
no jiu-jitsu maybe. I don't know. He did something fighting wise,
Yeah. Well, he
and
can't.
he was like 5-1 or something like that.
Wow.
Oh. Spanish said David Wells, and David Wells showed up on TV.
How crazy
Oh,
is that?
yeah, he's like
That was weird.
Beetlejuice.
Manifested it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of who we know personally that would be a good.
Who in the building would you want to see do it?
There's nobody.
Oh, Mike Cernak. Mike Cernak's got the anger of a Vietnam veteran inside of him. The minute that bell goes off, he's gonna go crazy.
Oh, what about that dude in sales with the ponytail?
Safe?
Yeah,
Safe.
doesn't he
Yeah.
fight MMA?
I do not know.
I
don't
think
wanna fight that guy.
he Muay Thai or something like that.
Nice.
So I mean,
Yeah.
he probably has something going on.
Excuse me, Ponytail, do you fight? We don't know anybody's name.
No, I don't know. I don't have any big meaty friends anymore.
Let's send Big Kev. I remember he fought in the electric boxing one time.
Dude, that was,
I forgot about that.
that was so good.
It was him and Spencer, wasn't it?
Was it Spencer? Or...
I think it was. Yeah.
No, I miss Spencer. He was great.
Yeah, he was great.
Wild.
His voices were something else.
Well, if you want to do some of the bare knuckle fighting, you go check it out on Saturday. Just go bkfc.com/tryouts.
Walk up to a stranger, punch him in the face. If you don't knock him out on the first one, don't even bother going.
This is not Fight Club.
Are we having David Lucas on Friday?
I
We're
haven't
working
got
on that?
confirmation.
I
Yeah.
need confirmation on that.
Okay.
That guy is funny.
Yeah.
That guy is funny. My son just asked me. That's why I wanted to know. If we
Yeah,
can
I'm
figure
still
it
waiting to hear from Bob Joyce.
out. Okay.
He told Post Malone, "Looks like I gave my daughter a crayon to write on your face."
Yeah, he's good, man.
Yeah.
Him going after Tony Hinchcliffe is always great.
Yeah.
Him and fighting with Hans Kim and all that's good stuff. We have a lot of things to give away today to our listeners. That's why we have a full board of phone calls, I'm sure, right now. What do you say we play a little Google Feud and give some stuff away? How about
All
that?
right.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Google Feud, Google Feud, Google Feud,
Oh,
Google
there's a new
Feud.
theme song. I didn't know.
What happened to Google Feud?
Google Feud. It is not in my games folder, and I cannot find it in the hotkeys.
Yeah, it's on the hotkeys, or it should have been on the hotkeys.
All right,
but,
let me clear these phone lines and we'll take it. Nick, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, thanks, Mike. I heard you guys talking about tickets and Ticketmaster and stuff before the break. I just wanted to say that I use the app Game Time, and I get the best deals on tickets. I was just at the Lightning and Panthers game last weekend. Good seats for a really good price. So if you guys don't use it, I suggest you guys give it a shot.
All right.
But I definitely think it's better than Ticketmaster. I just want to let you guys know that.
All right, we'll check it out. Thank you. Game time. Game time.
Never heard of it.
Me either, but I think I do actually have the app on my phone, but I've never used it. I can tell you that. All right, Google Feud, Galvin. We got a full board of phone calls now. I can get a contestant on the line, and then we will tell them the rules. How's that?
All right,
because I don't remember the rules. Hi, good morning. Nope, this is Medicine Man. How you doing?
I see Medicine Man.
All right, good talking to you. Then go to Charlie. Charlie, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's happening, Charlie?
Good morning, Mike. Just having a good morning. How about you?
Good. Same. Time to play a little Google Feud, Galvin. Here we go.
All right, so I'm going to read part of a phrase. You tell me how Google's going to finish it.
That's it.
We'll go around the room first, and then we'll see whether he wants to go with one of your choices or he can come up with his own here.
Okay.
So who is the only person... Mike, finish that. How's Google going to finish that? Who is the only person...
Who is the only person... I got to say it. Who is the only person to... Oh, man. Who is the only person to walk on the moon?
Who's the only person to walk on the moon? Gio, who is the only person...
Who's the only person to sail around the world?
To sail around the world. Spanish, who is the only person...
Who's the only person to fly around the world?
To fly around the world. All right, Carmen, who is the only person...
That can make water into wine.
Oh. It's my friend, Jesus.
Jesus Cristo.
Uh-huh. All right, and then what was his name on the line there?
Charlie.
Charlie, do you want to go with one of those, or would you like to come up with your own?
I think I'll try my own.
Okay.
Who is the only person to go to heaven?
Okay. All right, you got to get in the top three. Here we go. I will read the top three. Let's see if we have it in there. Who is the only person that can arrest a sheriff?
Ooh, good question.
Super sheriff.
I
I don't know if that's the answer.
That's great.
I have no idea what this means, but this is number 2 for Google Feud. Who is the only person not repelled by Gregor Y?
What?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Who's Greg?
Gregor Y.
Who's Gregor Y? I gotta look.
You know.
Number 1.
Gregor sounds like what Galvin wanted to be called in high school.
Come with the Gregor. Number 1 for Google Feud. Who is the only person a testator cannot disinherit? That is wild.
Sorry, Charlie.
That's a wild one. Yeah. Sorry, Charlie.
there was
Didn't get
no
in
winning
there. Yeah.
What was the first one? The Gregor?
No,
hold
that
on.
was the second one.
Yeah. It was who's the only person
That can arrest a sheriff.
who can repel a Gregor Y or something like that?
repel a Gregor Y.
Yeah, it was
We need
wild.
to do some investigation on those. Good morning. Who is this?
Dave.
All right, Dave, you're up, and this is Google Feud. What do we have for Dave, Galvin?
This may be a little bit easier, but maybe not. Who knows?
Is Gregor Wise involved?
No, I'm going to go with a timely thing. We were just talking about it. Did Jeffrey Epstein, Mike Calta, how's that going to be finished? Did Jeffrey Epstein
Kill himself.
kill himself? All right. Gio, did a did Jeffrey Epstein
No Bill Clinton?
know Bill Clinton? Spanish, did Jeffrey Epstein
Die.
And Carmen, did Jeffrey Epstein
Did Jeffrey Epstein touch little kids?
touch little kids? Oh, boy. Brought the whole show down there for a second. All right, and this is who on the line there? Dale? Nick?
Dave.
Dave. Dave, do you want to go with one of those, or would you like to pick your own?
I'm going to go with Mike's.
Which was, did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself?
Yes.
Kill himself.
All right. You got to get in the top three. Number 3, did Jeffrey Epstein ever serve in the military?
Ooh, I wonder if that's true.
I don't know. Number 2, for Google Feud, did Jeffrey Epstein attend Harvard? And number 1, for Google Feud, did Jeffrey Epstein have a college degree? How did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself?
Because we know.
Because we know. Nobody's
Dude,
Googling it.
it's not even in the top 6. Did Jeffrey Epstein live in Florida? Did he write a book? Yeah, like, come
We all
on.
know it, so we don't Google that.
Yeah, Google doesn't want you to know.
Dave, they just murdered your gift, your prize.
I know.
Sorry,
I thought
brother.
for sure that was it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well.
All right, thank you, bud. Thanks for playing. We got time for another one? We got to get one winner.
I can
Hi,
do
who
it.
is this?
Dale.
All right, Dale. What do we got for Dale?
All right, Dale, let's see. How is Google going to finish this? Is Beyonce, Mike Calta, is Beyonce black? All right. Gio, is Beyonce
a country singer?
A country singer. All right. Spanish, is Beyonce
pregnant?
Ooh.
Oh, you
yes.
wish.
I do.
Carmen, is Beyonce
Nice.
nice? All right. And this is Nick. Nick, do you want to go with one of those, or do you want to pick one of your own?
This is Dale.
Dale, sorry.
It's Dale. Yeah,
All right, Dale.
that's okay. I think I'm going to go with Spanish.
You go Spanish. Is Beyonce pregnant? All right. You got to get in the top 3 here. Number 3, is Beyonce going country?
Oh, that should count.
Boot scoop. Number 2 is Beyonce from Texas?
Oh,
Texas Hold'em.
All my exes.
And number 1 for Google Feud, is Beyonce a billionaire?
damn it!
No winner.
Sorry, sir. I need to have a winner. Let's go one more. Let's go to the top. Good morning. Who's this?
It's Medicine Man.
Why? What do you want? What do you want? Why do you keep calling? What do you want?
I was been cool. You know, I've been sick lately with the damn COVID.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
we're good now.
Still got
Thank
the
you.
COVID.
Hi, who's this?
Nick.
All right, Nick. What do we got for Nick?
All right. We have for Google Feud, where do I buy? Mike Calta, how did they finish that? Where do I buy?
Where do I buy? Where do I buy diamonds?
Where do I buy diamonds? All right. Gio, where do I buy?
Where do I buy a rocket launcher?
A rocket launcher. Who you're going to be put on a list? Spanish, where do I buy?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Oh, yes.
Carmen, where do I buy?
Where do I buy a house?
A house.
Oh.
All right. Nick, do you want to go with one of those, or do you want to do your own?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the rocket launcher. I like that idea.
Yeah. Good for you, Nick.
All right. You got to get in the top 3. Number 3, where do I buy an Easy Pass?
Oh, yeah.
Publix. You get a Publix. Yeah. Number 2, where do I buy stocks?
Oh, from the stock store.
Yeah, you go to the stock.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the market.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Good call. Good call.
Number 1 for Google Feud, where do I buy stamps?
Oh.
I mean-
Garbage, yo.
What a bunch of nerds.
We didn't get one winner.
No.
I'm just going to give her prize to line 3.
Sure.
And Medicine Man.
Good line.
Thanks.
Hello?
I got to see an F's and F.
Hey,
How
how's
you
it
doing?
going?
What's your name, sir?
Good. This is Larghetto Kurt.
No, pass him. You know you
Sorry,
want to.
Kurt,
Vote
you got
no.
it.
Yeah.
No nickname.
you
No
ruined
nickname.
it.
Save it for Roger and JP with your dumb nickname.
Oh, here's a good one for Google Feud. Why do people give themselves nicknames?
Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Renee.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You want to go see Jennifer Lopez?
Sure, but do you have Counting Crows?
What? A girl after my own heart? I don't know. You just sound like you were going to be like, I want to get them Jennifer Lopez tickets. Do we still have Counting Crows, Carmen?
We do.
Hook this lady up with the Counting
Gotcha.
Crows.